Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk.
And you'll love every bit of it.
Very well.
Or at least most of it.
It appears that the website has become alive.
Get it now.
It's on the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 1811106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-0904774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
This week at Macy's, we're setting our sights on fall with an extra 15 to 20% off this season's hottest trends with your Couponer Macy's card. Check out bold new color palettes and tonal pieces from Ink, Calvin Klein, and more. Fresh looks for him by Sun & Stone, Bar 3, and more. And update your space with bath and bedding from Oak, mindfully made and created for Macy's. Plus, Star Rewards members earn on every purchase, except gift card services and fees. Savings off selling clearance prices, exclusions apply.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at USPS.com/careers.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
at earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
Featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to PhoenixRaceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix
at 99.3 FM.
and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm a good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. We're broadcasting live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And how do you feel? Oh, I feel it's kind of like one of these things where sometimes if you hadn't had any sex in a while, you know, and no, hear me out. And you're like, oh, it's been a while. And you're like, you planned it out, you built it up, you're ready to go. You go in there, and sometimes afterwards you're like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. And other times you're like, yes, oh yeah, and that's last night. Last night was, oh, yeah. Sometimes we wait for that first game.
You're talking football? Okay, all right, I'm tracking with you now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Last night was we ain't had no NFL/sex in a while, and the anticipation was high, but we also knew it was a Thursday night game, so it was a little bit tempered, right?
Yeah.
And then it happened. And I smoked several cigarettes after that game was over. That was a damn good game. Oh, yeah. I mean, when's the last time we had a good Thursday night football game like that?
Last night.
Okay, before that. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think last year's Thursday night opener was very good, but I don't remember it. That's part of the problem, too.
Yeah, so.
Wasn't last year's, wasn't it the Green Bay Packers and somebody?
Yeah, see,
last year
it was not a remarkable game, but I would imagine this one, this is one you can remember. Dak Prescott comes back. He's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Ezekiel Elliott is probably going to have to take his paycheck back to Jerry Jones and apologize. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers come out, and boy, am I glad I did not play that Tampa defense. They only got like 3 points last night in fantasy football.
Really?
Yeah, because it was back and forth and back and forth. Also like sex, if you hadn't had in a while. Anyway, we'll get to that here in just a moment. By the way, I don't know if you heard this or not, but according to the World Health Organization, failure to find a sexual partner is now considered a disability, according to the World Health Organization.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, Keon, you got to go eat your plates. You got to get some. You're going to get some amazing parking now, man.
What?
I want somebody that is around us that can get the special handicap parking.
I don't think they can give it to me.
Yeah, well, no, based on this, they can.
Wow.
You are officially disabled, Keon.
Sorry, Keon.
I mean, if you want me to lie, I guess I'll lie.
Wow.
But,
Oh, you have a girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend, but it says sexual partner. It didn't say girlfriend.
Okay, right.
Hello.
You can't list. Okay, on the form, right hand.
What?
Or left hand.
Wait, you're saying I can't list Pamela Henderson?
No, you can't. You can't.
No.
You just can't do it. It's not right. Damn it. Well, then one of us is going to have to get a handicap plate so we can park wherever we want, whenever we want. Because, as soon as the booster shots come out and the COVID thing is a little more under control, we're going to go out broadcasting. And, I don't like to walk. I don't like to walk very far. I don't know if I keep up the rate that I'm at, I might be able to get it just naturally. I might get that special placard.
Wow.
Anyway, back to the sexy things. We're going to talk a little bit more about last night's game. We're going to talk a little more about what's going on in the NFL. By the way, I have some announcements to make.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got ASU tickets to give away.
What?
That's right. 4 ASU tickets plus a parking pass for the big game. So if you guys just keep listening for your chance to win, we're just going to do it on the phone. I don't feel like doing it with the text contest or anything. We'll do it on the phone when the time comes. Not yet, but we will. Okay. So just so you know, we got ASU tickets to give away. And I have another big announcement to make.
Oh, you've got another big announcement.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are officially your home for the mighty Antelopes of GCU. It is official.
That's fantastic.
Coming basketball season and maybe some baseball in there as well. We are now your home for Grand Canyon University basketball. And I think the first game is in October or something like that.
Yeah,
so
that's fantastic.
We're very, very happy and proud to be your home for Grand Canyon University. And I think that does require an antelope death call.
That's kill call right there.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
Antelope kill call.
Yeah, that's right. The killer antelope kill call there.
Yeah.
So, we're pretty happy. There's a lot of good stuff happening here today. So
well, that's exciting news. Not only that, but the Rattlers are going to the United Bowl this weekend.
That's right. They're playing Massachusetts,
number 2, Massachusetts.
They're playing
the Pirates.
The Ass Pirates. That's right.
No, they're not the Ass Pirates.
I said the Mass Pirates. That's what it says. It says Mass Pirates on there.
Yeah, Mass.
The Ass Pirates.
Massachusetts.
Sometimes I swallow the M.
Pirates.
Yeah, Mass Pirates. Anyway, I think that I think we all know how this is going to end with a championship.
Do we?
Pretty sure it just ends with a championship for the Arizona Rattlers.
I got to tell you, I don't like this confidence you're exuding. It sounds like Suns playoff run again, and we all know what happened there.
I don't know how you can compare the two.
Temper this confidence,
listen,
Jeffco.
Don't listen to me. Go ahead. Don't take my word for it. We're going to get number one, Rattler fan on with us in the next hour. He's going to give us a 30-second preview
that's fantastic.
To tell us why he thinks the Rattlers are going to win this game. So we'll get, and then I'm sure he'll be available for questions.
Yeah, well, that's good because we've scheduled a press conference. I bought all that snick snack, kind of that finger food for the press that's going to be here on hand that wants to be a part of that press conference following his preview.
No, there's no press conference.
I got the coffee. I got the finger sandwiches out there. I got some of that coffee bread. Yeah, I got.
Who did you invite to this?
Well, all the major sports outlets they're going to be coming by the station. I got everything set up in the conference room there. It's all ready to go.
What did you tell them? That
I said we're going to have a damn press conference. Number one Rattlers fan's going to deliver his preview, and after that he'll be taking questions, and everybody's going to jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to be here. Hell, I got some of those rice cakes that the guys there down the dial. Rice cakes.
Oh yeah, they definitely like rice cakes.
For those other two guys from the Toyota, I got some of that hard candy because
Werther's Originals.
Sure,
for the old folks.
I got it all. It's all in there. It's ready to go. Got some lemonade. Got some coffee. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Sure. I think what this really means is, Keon, you and I are going to have to take home some food. I think that's all that's going to happen here. But listen, in the next hour, we will get number one Arizona Rattler fan his entire preview of what's supposed to happen this weekend. Now, he does tend to be biased in the same direction towards the Rattlers that Randy is towards the Cardinals.
What are you talking about?
But that's all right. We will allow questions to number one Rattlers fan, and we'll see what happens. So, all right, 888-368-1580. Let's get to the text line. Just Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. To be fair, if you broadcast the Lopes, you should also broadcast the Bemidji State Beavers and let nature run its course.
Well,
what does that even mean? First off, we're Bemidji is Minnesota, and the Lopes are here in Arizona. We're an Arizona station.
I think it's a well-known fact that the beaver is the predatory animal against the antelope.
I had no idea.
Beavers don't get along at all.
I would have thought maybe it was like a cougar or a lion or a pack of wolves.
They're not even worried about it. Antelopes
Meerkats.
They don't even shake at those things. But when the beaver comes around, things get serious.
It's been a while since I've watched a nature documentary, but I just don't think that's how that goes.
Oh, you're gonna have to search that.
It is, Keon. It is beavers versus antelopes. It never ends pretty.
See, I could do some jokes on this, but I don't think I will. I don't think I was just gonna
leave that sit there, are you?
Gonna just stay out of trouble.
Bet you can't.
Yeah,
bet you can't.
Bet I can.
Bet you can't.
Oh. Killer Rabbit says, if we're going to do it on the phone, I need a little bit more Dean Blandino. What?
We're going to do it on the phone.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Needs a little Dean Blandino. You know what he's saying. Soft candles, silky robe.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Incense.
No, you just turn that off. That's not happening.
He needs a little Dean Blandino, the love doctor.
Really don't. Nobody needs that. And number one Rattlers fan, that's not NFL. So. Fed fan says, okay, this is probably the earliest I've ever typed this while listening to this show. But again, why? Why do I listen to this show? Boogie says, last night was awesome, especially if the person you're playing has both Zeke and Evan starting. Yeah, I saw a lot of people score an awful lot of points, not named me. Screaming Eagle, his first time ever playing fantasy football, I think he had like 95 points.
Wow.
And he had, out of three players, Dak Prescott, Chris Godwin, and CeeDee Lamb. So for a first-time fantasy football player, he is killing it. And he drafted from the number 9 position, which means, what the hell is my excuse? All right. I think I'm going to win the picks contest again this year, and not fantasy football. Poke Your Mom says, happy Friday and have a good show. Thanks, Poke Your Mom. Appreciate it. Thunder Snow says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Last night's game was a really good kickoff game for the NFL. Speaking of Cougars, Randy, could you please? Doesn't sound anything like a cougar, if you ask me.
Damn right it does.
Fine, makes you happy. So, last night, the Dallas Cowboys really, it's right before the game, I turned to the boy there and I say, hey, here's how this is going to work. Tampa Bay is going to win. And okay. And I said, here's how it's going to go. It's going to be a very close game till the fourth quarter. Then Tampa Bay will pull away, and that'll be the end of that. Holy crap, was I wrong? I mean, I was right about the outcome, but that was just back and forth and back and forth. And if it weren't for the fact that Zerline can't kick for bleep, the Dallas Cowboys might have won that game.
Yeah, no kidding. They lost 6 points just on missed Zerline field goals.
Though
more because they missed an extra point too. So 7.
Oh, wow, that's right.
Yeah, I will give Zerline the excuse of he did come off of back surgery, which is like the one.
He shouldn't have been out there.
He shouldn't have been out there, but they had him out there.
Yeah, well, that's on the best coach in the NFC East.
Mike
McCarthy. how does he still have a job? And by the way, I just don't know how they cram him into those clothing. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But so yeah, that was a pretty good game. But there's questions afterwards. Number one, while you've answered the question, how's Dak Prescott? Fine. He's going to be great, just like we thought and hoped he would. But the other question is, what's going on with the defense for the Bucs? Because, don't you think they should have done better against the Dallas Cowboys?
Boy, I don't know, because I think Dak Prescott, who has shown himself to be a good quarterback, I don't think he's elite yet. I'm not saying he can't be elite, but he's a good quarterback, and he knows his game, and he's a very good student of the game. Plus, he has a lot of great weapons. I mean, let's look at it. Amari Cooper is finally healthy. You picked up CD Lamb. You have all sorts of opportunities to move the ball down the field, and to keep that on top. The cherry on top is he's got one of the best offensive line in all of football. So it was a good game. It was the first game out of the box. I don't know how these two teams are going to shape up as the season wears on, but we'll have to wait and see. Can Amari Cooper stay healthy? That's a big question there.
Well, that's a major question too. But like, that offensive line has also struggled to stay healthy in the past. But I do think in this particular game, I underestimated the Cowboys offense, and I don't think I should have, because the way they're going to beat a lot of people this year, it's going to be shootouts. That secondary is bad. Antonio Brown was able to do whatever he wanted back there. Gronk was able to do whatever he wanted back there. Yeah. They don't have anybody back there that can stop a pass at all. Maybe Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Diggs' brother, possibly. But no, this is a team that has the offensive weaponry to score with anybody, but they're not going to stop a soul.
Yeah, let me tell you something right there. Jerry Jones here, the GM of the Dallas Cowboys. Let me tell you my strategy here, okay? Strategy is like this. I paid Zeke Elliott a lot of money. I figure what happens is, if everybody knows I paid him a lot of money, they're going to think something will happen. And then I go to Mike McCarthy and I say, don't you run him, you son of a bitch. Don't you dare. Don't you run him more than 11, 12, 33 yards. That's it. That's all you can do. I don't want to see him doing nothing. I don't care how much money I paid for him. That's a distraction. That's how it works, Mike McCarthy.
A distraction. You don't say. So Mr. Jones, what you're telling me is you went to your head coach and said, don't use one of your offensive weapons.
Now, listen here. I understand how you don't get strategery, but I'm going to tell you right now, it was perfect. Oh, look at the maze. He got paid a lot of money. Oh, there he is. He's on the field. Oh, well. Does he have the ball? Oh, my God, he doesn't have the ball.
Well, there was 403 offensive yards for your Cowboys last night. Are you happy about this, sir?
Not bad. Not bad.
You're going to be paying this guy $12 million a year for the next 5 years. Are you okay with just him being a decoy?
Keon Rose, have you seen my boat?
I have seen your boat. It's a large boat.
You think I give a crap about how much I pay Zeke? I pay him a lot of money so people think he has the ball, but he don't have the ball. It's the best distraction I ever paid for.
So, not the boat.
Except when I paid off those girls in the elevator.
So Mr. Jones, you paid Zeke to average 3 yards, a total of 33 yards and 11 carries last night.
Hello!
And you're okay with that. Okay.
Man, I'll tell you what, them Dallas Cowboys there for me had 451 total yards, and I didn't give it to Zeke Elliott, so we only had the one turnover.
I see.
I'm a GM genius, damn it.
You threw the ball 58 times, and it just seems.
Have you seen my boat?
I have seen your boat. It's a very nice
boat.
Why
do you keep
saying,
Mr. Jones?
Enough saying.
If Keon has seen your boat.
It's a very nice boat.
Look at that boat. That shows you how good I am. Shut up. We'll win one eventually.
So you're 0-1.
Listen here, Randy White. All we got to do is win the NFC East. And we can do that with our thumbs up our butts.
All right.
In fact, I've instructed the entire team, whenever you play other NFC East teams, thumbs in the butts.
Ooh.
Yours or someone else's. I don't care. Woo! Gotta go.
Jerry Jones, he's very excited for coming off of a loss.
Yeah.
Of a prime time implosion.
I mean, it was a good night last night. His quarterback is back. They had a very successful offensive night. They only lost by 2 points. to the
2 points would have been a tie.
champions.
2 points would have been a tie. 3 points would have been a win. And if I know Jerry Jones like I know Jerry Jones, he is currently working on making Zerline disappear. I think that might be where.
I think he was working on that after Zerline
Hey,
hit
kicker, let's
hit
come
that
out on the
doink.
boat with me. No, don't tell anybody where you're going. Put your phone down.
You're not going to need your phone, son. Just get on my boat.
Your phone's going to be going the other direction. You're going to be going straight down.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, what the hell? Why? Now, we can't blame Jerry Jones. Well, let's talk about why did old Mike McCarthy only work Elliott that little? What the hell was it? Was it because they knew that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could shut him down? So why bother? And it worked the passing game. I'm just astounded by this, and also astounded when you know that they're not going to work that running game. Although Pollard looked all right sometimes, when they're not going to run the ball, that maybe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would have been more effective on like, okay, I guess they're not running. Let's get to the pass. Why did I feel like the Buccaneers defense didn't look that good?
Yeah, they probably didn't. They were probably a little rusty, to be honest with you. And like we said going into the game last night, I think one of the problems with the Buccaneers defense is the secondary. So they exploited that. They looked at all the film. Even Mike McCarthy had the entire offseason to get ready for this game. So he knew he had a game plan coming into this thing. We'll see what they do this week.
And they thought their best game plan was not to run the ball with the running back that they're paying like he's the best running back in the league, who they gave that contract to him he was the best running back in the league. And I understand that Ezekiel Elliott actually did a lot of really good job on pass protection and stuff like that. That's not what you pay him millions of dollars for.
Well, that's true. But last season, the Bucs did have the number one offense against the rush.
You know what, though? But wait. Yeah, here's a part of this that's kind of important. You gave it to him 11 times, though.
Yep.
You gave it to him 11 times. Shouldn't he have gotten more than 33 yards off of 11 carries?
I mean, 11 carries, because a lot of running backs, you start them slow. Sometimes 10 carries isn't enough. You get to 15 and you start running up against the defense repeatedly and really beating them up. That's when you get those yards, those runaway games. Like even if you look at a guy like Derrick Henry run, when you start to see him reach close to 100 yards, a lot of that is third quarter, fourth quarter stuff. But no one believes you're going to run if when you get to halftime, you've only handed the ball off 6 times.
Yeah, I've got many question marks about this game, but let's come back and talk a little bit more about what happened last night. And again, we got ASU tickets giveaway. Listen for your chance to win those. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's time again for the Harmon Solar 1580 The NFL Pick'em Contest.
Set your picks each week.
To see if you are this year's best game picker. Sign up at 1580thefanatic.com.
Play against the Fanatic Air staff and all the listeners.
You can score the grand prize of $1,580 or the second place prize of $500.
Provided by our friends at Harmon Solar.
Sign up today at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest.
Exclusively from your home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56 in Arizona.
This week at Macy's, we're setting our sights on fall with an extra 15 to 20% off the season's hottest trends with your couponer Macy's card. Check out bold new color palettes and tonal pieces from Ink, Calvin Klein, and more. Fresh looks for him by Sun & Stone, Bar 3, and more. And update your space with bath and bedding from Oak, mindfully made and created for Macy's. Plus, Star Rewards members earn on every purchase, except gift card services and fees. Savings off selling clearance prices, exclusions apply.
You might not know it, but your small business IT systems can leave you and your customers vulnerable. At Affinity Technology, we provide peace of mind by ensuring your computer systems are working and are safe from hackers and outside threats. We solve technology problems for small business. No confusing tech talk or black box setups. If it plugs in, we work with it. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's time again for the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Pick'em Contest.
Send your picks each week
To see if you are this year's best game picker. Sign up at 1580thefanatic.com.
Play against the Fanatic air staff and all the listeners.
You can score the grand prize of $1,580 or the second place prize of $500.
Provided by our friends at Harman Solar.
Sign up today at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest.
Exclusively from your home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56 in Arizona.
Today, the Blender here on 1580, the Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And okay, so now we've gotten past game one of the NFL season. Guess what? We got a bunch more here on 1580, the Fanatic. And of course, Monday Night Football until the time change is going to come with us being on early at 2 p.m. And then, of course, the game broadcast will start at 4:30 p.m. So that's every Monday Night Football, early blender. Then you got the game until the time change happens. I checked it to see if there's been any movement on the bill out there to get rid of daylight savings completely. And I don't know which end of the daylight savings will be on when they cancel it. But I honestly, I'm so damn looking forward to that. But whatever the case, at least until November 7th, Blender at 2, Monday Night Football at 4:30. Of course, the game this week is Ravens at Raiders. Has anybody changed their pick on that yet? Because the Ravens just getting more and more beat the hell up. But now Latavius Murray has found his way over to that roster. So I don't know if people want to change over to maybe picking the Raiders over the Ravens or if they're going to stay put. It'll be interesting to see what happens there.
So does this, we already know that they signed Le'Veon Bell yesterday and they're going to sign Latavius Murray today?
Yeah, but Le'Veon Bell is on the practice squad and maybe they will bring him up to the squad. But if you're going to say which one of these guys has a better shot of being the actual starter, it's got to be Latavius Murray.
And they're also going after Devontae Freeman as well, which means that you've got three guys who, if this was your backfield in 2016, you're going to the Super Bowl.
And now you're like, well, what a nice running back by committee, you know? And we've gone through all this, and now we're going to Jerry Jones it and just let Lamar just throw the ball. Let's just let him do that.
Yeah, and you've got three guys who are maybe decent enough that in that offense, the way that they run the ball, the fact that you have to account for the mobility of Lamar, there'll be lanes for them to go through that you don't need 100% Latavius Murray or 100% Le'Veon Bell. You just need him to be like 70% and he'll be decent.
Yeah, this is a true running back by committee if they actually do activate all of them. I'm not looking to the Ravens to be a running team anyway. So Sunday Night Football is Bears at Rams. And, of course, on Saturday, we got Notre Dame versus Toledo. That starts at 11 a.m. here on 1580 Fanatic. What is the name of that race that's on at 3 p.m., by the way? I thought it was the Richmond NCS, but I guess they have a name for that race?
No, Richmond is the racetrack. It's the Federated Auto Parts 400, and it's also a tribute to our first responders and our heroes. So there's going to be a lot of pomp and circumstance on that day. It's a Saturday night race. This is like our third Saturday night race in a row, and it's going to be, I think, very interesting to see.
All right. Well, we've got that for your ears right here on 1580 The Fanatic. Saturday broadcast starts 3 p.m. And, of course, the race setup with Randy White and that Chief guy, that is on tonight at 6 p.m. Why don't you give us a little preview on that, Randy?
Well, we've got a lot to talk about, like Kyle Busch in that 18 car, his selfish move after his kind of pouting move after he got into that wreck. We'll talk about that. He got docked $50,000 by NASCAR for his actions, not because of his after race interview, but because of the dangerous way he exited pit row. So we'll talk about that, and we'll set you up for Richmond this weekend. Should be a lot of fun. We got a lot of contenders that found themselves towards the bottom of the playoff standings right now, and really need to have a good week because next week at Bristol is the cutoff race, which will whittle down the contenders from 16 to 12. So we'll talk about that tonight on the Race Setup.
There you go. 6 p.m. here on 1580 The Fanatic. Let's get to the text line and talk a little bit more about last night's game. Let's see. Fairweather Dan says, FYI, there are no antelope in Arizona. It's not true, Fairweather Dan. Nobody likes math geek, Scully. Good Cat says, sup, guys? Hey, Randy, how about another antelope kill call? If you hear that, it's already too late. You're dead, man.
Late.
You're dead, man.
Just might as well write your will right there.
Thunder Snow says, Jeffrey, don't forget about Mike McCarthy's bad coaching. Besides, their kicker sucking. Well, okay, in all honesty, I was joking around about it being Jerry Jones's idea, but still, Mike McCarthy, whether it's bad play by Zeke Elliott, bad game plan by Mike McCarthy, bad kicking, but because somebody thought it was okay to put a kicker out there who just had back surgery, whatever the case, whatever the excuses are, there's a lot wrong there. And you know what that tells me? Damn, Dak Prescott is good. If he can keep it within a field goal of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who looked sharp as hell. They didn't look like they were doing anything wrong. The defense wasn't quite as much a stone wall as you thought they might be. But damn, that just told me Dak Prescott. He says, "I feel better than I did before the accident."
Yeah.
I think he's right.
So let me ask you guys this. Dak Prescott goes down in, what was it, week 5 or week 6 or whatever it was last week or last season. And he had to go through all the surgeries, all the rehab, all the conditioning, all the pain. He had to get back into playing shape. He had to go through the preseason. He had the issue with the arm. Don't you think he wanted to come out and torch the world last night? I mean, I think that's the way he's that kind of competitor. He wanted to come back and make a statement like, I'm back and I'm worth the money you paid me. And watch this action. I'm going to put a 4-spot up on you.
I do think that Dak's that kind of guy. I agree with you. I also think Dak was working against his own team. The kicking, obviously not helping. The chip shot field goal that Zerline missed was a 30-yarder. And then, of course, the extra point. I mean, that's just terrible in a game that tight. And then you also have the stuff that wasn't Dak's fault. The interception he threw was right in the hands of CeeDee Lamb. He tips it. It gets intercepted.
Right.
Mike McCarthy completely mismanaging games, which he does all the time. We talked about the coaches on the hot seat. He's never going to be on the hot seat because Jerry likes him too much, but he is the actual worst coach in the league. Dak is working against all of that stuff, and he still somehow found a way to look good and keep the game close and gave him a chance to win.
Yeah, and he played better than Tom Brady did.
And not only that, he was unafraid to take the ball and run when he had to. He went out there and he took some hits last night. He was unafraid. He didn't look like he was shaken at all about it. He's ready to play football this season.
And how many times
the rest of us got shaken by seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we seen it, Randy? A guy gets a leg injury and he's just a little bit ginger on it, a little bit scared. I mean, I was looking at Joe Burrow in the preseason. He's fresh off of the ACL tear and recovery. And one of the things that really made him look not as good as a year ago, he looks a little scared. Dak didn't look scared. Dak was fearless.
Oh, yeah. He looked amazing last night.
Chris Collinsworth, you could hear him like he was just waiting. He's like, well, we're watching him. Oh, we're watching. Oh, any little thing. Oh, that throw was underdone. Oh, that throw in motion. And then later on, he had to shut the hell up because he didn't have nothing. I think Chris Collinsworth's whole game plan on being the color commentator for last night's game was telling us, see, we told you so. Dak Prescott's not going to be good. And he just had to shut the hell up because Dak Prescott was good.
Got to tell you, one other thing I noticed, I expected more out of CeeDee Lamb. He dropped 3 balls. It seemed like his first 3 attempts. He dropped 3 balls. They were right in his hands. And then when he dropped that one, you were talking about Keon. What was that, in the 3rd or 4th quarter? Right again, hit him in the wrong spot, right in his hands. You can't let that ball get away.
And I actually, the thing with CeeDee Lamb, I worry about him. And Dallas is maybe a forgiving enough city that he'll get time to get his legs under him. But he had problems with the drops in college. That was a thing at Oklahoma when he came out. You looked at CD, he had the speed, he can torch any defense, but you always worried about his hands, and it's still a problem going into year 2. I'd worry about that if I was the Cowboys.
On one hand, you have to worry about that, and you saw it. But the other hand, look at the production, though, too. He got a touchdown. He had good yards. So I'm sure that's something that they'll work on. Mike McCarthy won't help. He probably, he's worthless.
Oh, let me get another hamburger over here. You guys work with CeeDee Lamb, okay?
Oh, he's fine. So neither team really tried to run the ball. That's fine because it became immediately a shootout. I get it, but let me just tell you, if CeeDee Lamb was on the Buccaneers after the first drop, he would never see another pass.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to Ronald Jones. He had Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones out there. Ronald Jones drops one. I think he actually fumbled, and then that was the end. You never saw him again. It was like that first Mission Impossible where the guy goes, "Mail him his clothes." It's like he's gone. It's over.
Yeah.
Look how long it took little Scotty Miller to come back, and he caught a pass last night in the game, but Brady still don't trust him. Brady loved that kid in practice, and then in some game he dropped something in the end zone. You never saw him again.
Yeah.
That kid has so much promise in that season, and he just got completely shut out.
Nothing illustrates the contrast between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers more than Aaron Rodgers. If you drop a pass, he will just passive aggressively not throw your way. Tom Brady has you benched.
Yep.
It's over for you.
It's like, where'd he go? I can't understand.
Yeah.
So yeah, last night that was some good play right there. I don't know what else to say about it. If you saw the game, you saw the game, and it was kind of nice to see some milestones. Tom Brady plays in his 300th game. Yay. I'm sure that he'll probably get like 320 maybe by the time he's done. I don't know. And then, of course, he hits Gronkowski for a touchdown. That's his 100th touchdown with Gronkowski. And, of course, Gronkowski's like, yeah, this is great. He's like, yeah, it's fun watching Tom Brady read defenses. I mean, he sees everything out there because he's been playing for like 80 years. And he's seen every defense, every play. And he's like, what? Yeah, he's been playing for like 80 years. Well, I guess Gronk's not going to get any passes for a while. I guess if you have him on your fantasy football squad, you may want to sit him for a couple of weeks.
Here's the thing. Gronk's not scared because he's already caught more passes than anybody from Brady. What else can you do to me?
Yeah,
Gronk's just having fun, man, collecting more rings. That's all he's doing.
He looked good. He did look good last night.
He did. He made a wonderful play where he streaked into the end zone. He hit that one blocker. The other guy on the inside didn't go with him, and he knew exactly what to do. And Tom Brady knew exactly where to put the ball. And that's the kind of danger that you're looking at. How about, I don't want to jinx it. How about Antonio Brown? He looked very crisp last night as well.
Yeah, he was there where a lot of other guys weren't. And, he had one play that was a little bit off, but outside of that, he was crisp. He was on it. He caught what he needed to catch. He made some amazing moves I saw from him.
Yeah.
As a football player,
It looks like he's kind of refreshed, reinvigorated. He's got his head on straight, and he made quite a, and his route running seemed to be very, very nice last night. Yeah, you're right. He flubbed that one, but boy, when he burned that guy, made him look terrible.
Yeah, that was that poor guy
on the 47-yard bomb from Brady.
Sorry, man.
Felt sorry for him.
It's right over there if you want to go get it.
Rex Terra says, can you explain why NFL games are blacked out on the Fanatic app? Well, because legally they have to be. The NFL says so. We're not allowed to have the games on the app. Sorry about that, but you can listen to it on the actual radio. That still works. Bob Schwersky says, yeah, that Chris Collinsworth there guy, he's an idiot. He's not an idiot. And I actually like Chris Collinsworth most of the time. But I saw what he was trying to do. He was just trying to pick at poor Dak Prescott, like, see. But that seemed a little vulturistic. But outside of that, I generally don't have a problem with Chris Collinsworth. But I will say this: Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth, they make me sleepy.
Yeah,
they're probably the best play-by-play crew. But in these last couple of years, if you notice watching Sunday Night Football, you're just like, oh God.
Yeah.
And it's just like the beginning of the game. They just kind of get into like sort of a slow groove,
Like if you're really tired, if there's a new challenge, pour yourself a warm glass of milk and watch Watch Sunday Night Football and see if you can make it to the end of the
Miss
broadcast.
Kim said, "Is Al Michaels slurring?" I said, "Honey, he's like 800 years old." And
Yeah.
she said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, Al Michaels and Tom Brady, for comparison, are the same age.
Yeah.
So that's it's,
Al needs to ask Tom what he's eating. That's
I love Al Michaels, and I've been one of the few people who have said I'm okay with Chris Collinsworth. But man, well, I'll listen to them a million times before I listen to Joe Buck. But yeah, it is getting a little bit sleepy, isn't it? It's not just me, right?
no, it's not just you. Yeah. It's getting a little slower every year, just a little, but like if you go back 10 years ago, I bet you Al Michaels sounded a million times more excited.
Oh yeah.
I have got to remember on Monday night, of course, you're driving around in your car, or if you got a good setup, you can get the Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner audio for your Monday Night Football. That's the ticket right here on 1580 The Fanatic. But if I'm at home, I'm going to switch over and see if I can hear Peyton Manning and Eli Manning and see how that broadcast goes.
It's going to be fun, if nothing else. Like, they may not be good at conveying the information on screen, but they'll have a blast.
It can't be worse. That's all I'll say. It can't be worse. So thank you, ESPN, for doing one little itty bitty thing right. You want to hear something wrong? Oh my God. So, all the illegalized betting is all over the place now, right? Well, somebody made a gigantic wager and they are hating life today. $75,000 with DraftKings on Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott to score a touchdown last night.
Wow.
It would have paid more than $140,000.
Wow.
This person just lost $75,000, and DraftKings is very happy.
Yeah.
Did
they cash it before the game?
I would never, ever, ever make a bet on Ezekiel Elliott to do anything. Not after what you've seen the last season or two.
Yeah, and the offensive line hasn't been great the last season or two, but like last night, barring the fact that they didn't have Zach Martin, but they still had Tyron Smith. They still had other offensive linemen who were great. That's about as good as it's going to get.
Yeah. So if you got $75,000 to make a bet like that, you'll probably be okay.
I hope so. I hope you didn't like mortgage the house going, this is a slam dunk.
And if you didn't have the money, you don't deserve to have any, because that was a stupid bet. That was a dumb bet. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back, and we're not going to talk about the damn Cowboys and Buccaneers the entire damn show. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is yet. We'll figure it out. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Panera believes in saying yes. Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get free delivery when you order on our app through September 14th. Panera, live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve. If you or someone you know needs assistance with benefits, health care and wellness, employment, or housing, visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. 029. Reserve your seat now.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the number one producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
We give you so much sports, you'll have to hit the showers after listening. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. We're also your home for the AIA. We got high school football tonight at 7 p.m. right after the race setup. And, yep, Maryville versus Trevor Brown. That ought to be a great game for you. And then, of course, immediately following, it's the wrap-up show with Mike Gross and all the people from all over the valley. So many people contribute to this. There are people at every single game that matters, and they'll have all the scores, all the highlights, and all the information right after that game. And then Saturday morning, AZ Preps 365 at 8 a.m. for 2 hours. You'll have interviews with student athletes and the coaches and stuff like that. So we're your home for high school sports here in the Valley. 1580 The Fanatic. All right. Only a couple more things that I want to talk about with last night's game before we move on. And I'll be very quick because I know that it's like, by the time we come on the air, that game has been over for a long damn time.
Oh, yeah.
And what more can we tell you? What more can we tell you?
I mean, all of the so-called experts have gone through this game already with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah. Anyway, Keon, is there anything else you can add? You're an expert.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but
we would.
Yeah, we would. We'd say that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
If it gets us out of doing anything, we'll just.
Yeah. Well, flattery will get you everywhere. Mm-hmm. So I thought that the Patriots looked sloppy at times. They had about 100 yards worth of penalties. They had 4
You're watching
turnovers.
them in practice or what? It was the Buccaneers last night.
Or the Buccaneers. Yeah, no. Tom Brady has made me.
I did the same thing. I
can't help it. I actually practiced today trying not to say the Patriots, and it doesn't matter. I'm gonna call them the Patriots because that's where Tom is. But yeah, no, he's got this team trying to play at a high level, but they were sloppy overall, and I think that's one of the reasons why his patience was so short with Ronald Jones.
Yeah, you saw his face, right? You saw it. Tom Brady never looked happy. I think he was a good deal aggravated the entire game. He also took a moment and was talking to the defensive coordinator. You're asking yourself, why is Tom Brady talking to the defensive coordinator? Why would he even be bothering doing
He's
that?
telling the defensive coordinator how he's getting burned by Dak Prescott.
There are the quarterbacks that are like that. They're just the super type A guys. Brady is that way. I read that Peyton was that way, especially when he went to Denver. Something about going to that second team where nobody knows you, so you feel like you have to push people around. Peyton was telling the video operators what to do. Like, these guys are just like this. They just can't help themselves. They want to win so bad that they'll tell everybody what's wrong.
Sometimes it comes from a good place. Sometimes type A personalities are just trying to help out, and then later they realize, well, maybe I didn't need to do that.
You go a little too far.
Like helping somebody with a taillight or something. Sometimes they may take over and then afterwards go, I wonder if I shouldn't have done that.
It's possible.
Okay. It did occur to me. 888-368-1580. Fubar 1000 says, stupid Maryville. Huh, Randy?
Yeah, well, Trevor, being a alum of Trevor Brown High School, class of 1980. Let's go, Bruins. Let's go. Going on a Panther hunt.
I have a question.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeffrey O'Brien.
1580
The Fanatic.
Go ahead, Jeffrey O'Brien. Go ahead.
What is a Bruin?
A bear. Big old bear.
Why don't you just call them the Bears?
No, it's a Bruin. The Bruin bear is one of the biggest bears of all.
I thought that was a grizzly.
No, you look it up. Bruin bears are large and ferocious.
Are they bigger than grizzlies?
I believe they are in the same name. A Bruin bear, I believe, is one of the biggest bear types there are.
Okay. I'm just curious. That's all. Fubar 1000 also says, what a great kickoff game last night. Dak looked good. Tom Brady was being Tom Brady and all that. So there you go.
Yeah, a lot of action last night. I couldn't ask for more from a opening night football game, especially on a Thursday night.
Yeah. It was, here's how I knew it was good. Low attention span teenager sat through the whole game.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of activity.
To be fair, played video games most of the time on his phone.
Okay.
Well, but he sat in the room and looked up every now and then.
Yeah, that's a
plus. So that's actually pretty good for a teenager. Just the Tip says it is hard to count on the hand how many great plays Jason Pierre-Paul made last night. Yeah, I give him 1 thumbs up. That guy.
1.5 thumbs up.
You have to give him
whatever
2,
whatever is left. Whatever's left. A little nub there. Just Tip says not running Elliott is like taking the hottest lady to a party, then just completely ignoring her. McCarthy is sitting on a hot seat if he keeps this up.
Maybe.
I mean, he raved McCarthy about how this is Zeke's year. He's in the best shape of his life.
Classic misdirection.
We've never seen him look so good. And then he gets 11 touches.
But on the other side, Fournette had 33 yards or so. Also, nobody was running last night. It was just, you saw a shootout. It was shootout. They tried to run a couple times, but they're like, who are we kidding? Junk Food Jake says, have we talked about how Dak Prescott's going to be the NFL MVP this year yet?
No, Junk Food Jake. And you need to it's time for your medicine again.
Yeah.
Go take your pills.
He'll be in the conversation if he keeps it up, but I don't know that he will actually be the guy. So, hey, it's too early for that. Fubar 1000, thank you. Bob Schwersky says, hey, yeah, that Collins worked there. He's a type A. Type A for a-hole. Wow. Robert from Surprise says, as a Tom Brady hater, even though he is the best quarterback of all time, he's got nice no call there on that last pass, didn't he? That put him in field goal position. Nice no call. Which one was that? There, I saw 2 plays where the refs missed it.
Well, the one late that was most controversial was the pass to Godwin on the sideline. Yeah, that got them into field goal range. I don't know, man. The Patriots were marching, or the Patriots.
You did it again.
The Buccaneers were marching.
We're going to need a Patriots jar.
The Brady's
$5 boom, in the jar.
The Brady's were marching, and they were going to pick up that first down, it seemed like. But yeah, that was a bad call by the officials.
Yeah, but it seemed like the officials made some really ticky-tack calls. There was a couple of pass interference calls that I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really? That didn't seem there was a hands to the face call. I didn't think that was actually hands to the face. There was a holding call that was like,
right.
Where's the holding?
It was either not a call or where's the call? Or it was either why call or where's the call? And this is every game of every single season. So I wouldn't make a whole lot out of it. People want to get upset about it. It's just, they don't see everything. They don't get everything right. I mean, they suck. The refs suck. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not intentional. They don't hate your Buccaneers. They don't hate your Dallas Cowboys. There's no conspiracy theory. Wow. It just sometimes officiating's bad officiating.
They just all suck.
Well, come on, you know they do. Although, Hockey League, that guy is disappointing me.
Why?
Because he needs to work out. If he's going to be like his dad, I need to see him do a little more in the gym.
It is a little confusing. You hear, we're going to take it to official Hockey League, right? And then they pan to the field, and there's no enormous biceps. Yeah, there's no boulder shoulders. Right. What's going on?
He's got a couple of hoses hanging out of his shirt there.
Hey, listen, and I know his dad, the original Hockey League. He's a lawyer here in the Valley, and if you're listening, hey, tell your kid, skip leg day. It's okay. Skip leg day.
More curls.
We're gonna need you to hit those. Hit those curls, man. Hit the equipment. All right. Big George says, go Mountain View Toros tonight. Beat those clowns from Valley Vista High School. Toros are 1-0, and they will be state champions this year.
Well,
try, buddy. Go Toros. That's where I went to. Listen, King of Kittens, you keep sending me these photographs, and it's hard for me to read, man. It's hard. And he says, yeah, Jeffrey, I fell asleep during the fourth quarter last night, woke up just as the winning field goal was scored. Collinsworth and Al Michaels, if they are going to keep calling games, could they do the morning game?
Al Michaels' contract is up at the end of this season. However, Amazon's pursuing him, so it looks like he may move on to Amazon.
Not bad to have some Amazons pursuing you. Am I right, people? All right. High five, Wonder Woman. He says, Jeffrey, I know you have Sunday ticket. The Cardinals and the Titans are on CBS at the same time. The Rainy City Bitch Pigeons and the Colts are on Fox 10. Yes, I know that. I know that.
I wonder who's going to win that debate.
Well, both of us, because you remember my setup, right?
Oh, that's right.
I got an 86-inch TV in the middle, and then I got a 50-inch over on the side. And if I need to, I can bring down another TV next to that. I might actually do that this weekend whenever the Colts and Cardinals are playing, because we still like to have all the preview screens on the Sunday ticket. So it may be a 3 TV deal. Now, we did that once last season where we had the 2 TVs in it, and we felt like this is like being in a suntan bed, but nobody's getting suntanned. We're just getting headaches. Yeah. It was a whole lot of TV to have in front of you. So then we got rid of that third TV, and but this is a circumstance where I think maybe we could use it again. So, but yeah, we'll be fine, King Kittens. We'll be fine. And don't call my Colts dolts, you POS. Papa Mike says, I'm right there with you, Jeffrey. No, stop looking around. I mean, the feeling of after that game, loved it. Yeah, if you're gonna have a first game of a season, that's the way to go. That was actually well figured out right there. Boogie says, I don't think Godwin's last catch was a flag. It would have been a ticky tack. No, it wasn't. He pushed off.
He pushed off. The question of whether or not they were both kind of pushing and shoving is one thing, but Godwin definitely pushed off, and you can't argue.
That's the thing. If it's hand fighting, then a lot of times they'll kind of let that go if it's an equal hand fighting. But he extended. The other guy didn't do anything like that. He extended, which made him wrong, and he got lucky without getting a call. That was luck. Junk Food Jake says, let's go Greenway Demons. Beat Thunderbird.
Is Greenway playing Thunderbird this week?
Wow. If you tell me they are. Mick Ribb says, why is it not intentional grounding when Tom Brady throws balls out of bounds? I thought you had to be out of the pocket.
But there was an eligible receiver nearby, so you don't have to be out of the pocket.
Every time there was somebody nearby. So King Kitten says, what do you do when multiple football and baseball playoff games are on at the same time?
Well, he doesn't watch baseball.
That's not true. I watch what? I watch baseball.
He doesn't watch baseball.
I watch baseball. I found the channel, by the way. It's like 686. I had to sit there and really look for it. And I've watched a couple of Diamondback games. I'm not watching tons of baseball games, but as soon as the playoffs and the World Series start to come around, I watch a lot more baseball, Randy. You don't know. Right. You don't know. Right. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Never heard of that.
Robert Surprise says, the only good thing about that football game was the 42 points Dak Prescott got me in the fantasy football. That's not true. Big George says, Jeffrey, I saw that picture you posted on Twitter with your first beer of the football season. Is that a massive joint sitting on the table in front of you? That thing is massive. What are you talking about? It was just a picture of my beer. There's no joints. First off, the answer without even hesitating or looking is no. But what are you looking at? I gotta open up that picture and see now. You know what that is right there? Okay, that's a rock. That is a giant rock. How do you get joint from that?
It's very telling. That is a Rorschach test of unbelievable. To see that and think, oh yeah, that's clearly a joint.
Yeah, but it's one of those crystal
I see what he's talking. Yeah, I see what he's talking about there. No,
and that's not a table. That is like a little center divider thing. You see my chairs there in the living room, and I'm holding the Guinness, which, by the way, I just did that for the photo. If you open up that can, you better have a glass handy. You got to put that into a nice glass. It's got one of those little canisters in it that goes and automatically will carbonate it on the spot, so it's fresh. But yeah, that's I don't remember what that crystal rock thingy is. It's like cut in half. Is it? I don't know what they called. Randy, can you help me with that?
No, I can't. I don't know what that is.
My wife was
stalagmite, stalagmite,
amethyst.
It's one of those, an amethyst or something.
I remember that on the TV show, Sinner, in the third season, A dude killed a dude with one of those.
Oh, boy.
They're very heavy crystallized rock thing. So,
Oh, boy.
I don't know what you're talking about, Big George. The hell? You know I would never do the electric lettuce. Blissful Hayes says, speaking of baseball, the Diamondbacks now have the worst record in Major League Baseball.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's news. Just
Have you heard of the Baltimore Orioles?
Have you heard about the Yankees? I can't wait to talk about what just happened to them. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Papa Mike says, so the real question here is, what is Big George on that he thinks that looks like a joint? I don't know, man. Geode. Thank you, Rex Terra. It's a giant geode.
Geode.
Now we must take a break. Back with the Daily Blender after this on 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're considering refinancing or getting a home loan, listen up. This is Dale Hellestray, and when you need a mortgage, the team I use is led by my good friend, Jeff Locks. And here's why. Jeff and his team negotiate with over 50 lenders to find the best possible deal. Your home has gone way up in value over the past year, so why not utilize your home equity to reduce your monthly expenses or even pay off some debts? Interest rates are still at all-time lows, and if you obtained your current mortgage prior to 2020, you can save a lot of money. Here's the best part. There's absolutely no lender fees. Jeff is truly Arizona's low-cost lender with over 30 years of experience. So call Jeff Locks, and if Jeff can't save you money, you'll get a free $50 Amazon gift card. This is a winning play, so call Jeff today, 480-202-0692. That's 480-202-0692.
Jeff Locks, NMLS number 1003782, National Mortgage License number 181106, Bear Financial Group, AZMB-09047774, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940. 623-875-9940. Or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. That's 800-807-1981.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K256 Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in there pushing some buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I got 4 ASU football tickets to give away, and that comes with a parking pass. That's right. So be listening for your cue to call in and win. I don't want to do caller 3 when we do it, though. I want to do like caller something else.
12.
Keon just got this panic look like, please, just single digits, please. Just
It wasn't panic, but there's definitely more work for me to do.
Oh, my God. Oh, my finger. Click. Your caller 1. Click. Caller 2.
Well,
Click.
no, I can
This is too much work. Why did I leave Chattanooga?
hear the mockery as I am trying to answer the phones. Just, what's taking him so long? Why can't he answer the phone? Like I hear it. I hear it.
Well, at least he's not sensitive.
Before we get too far ahead here, who was the texter that said congratulations, the Diamondbacks have the worst record in baseball?
I've already forgotten.
All right, well, it is true. I looked it up during the break, and the Arizona Diamondbacks are 45-95. That is a 321 winning percentage. The Baltimore Orioles are 45-94. That is a winning percentage of 324. So, yeah, the Diamondbacks are right now the worst team in baseball.
Congratulations. You've done it. Now you get the first pick in the draft because in baseball it matters.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know. If they don't dismantle this team in the offseason, I mean, take an absolute jackhammer to this thing and break it all apart. I don't know what to say.
Yep.
I do not know what to say. This is the worst. This is the worst I have felt. Worst I felt.
The problem is the time to start that process was at the trade deadline. When
remember that.
You know, there are pieces that everybody needs, and Marte, for instance, is a really great player. You could get back something for those guys and then start to retool this team for the future.
And you look at teams like the San Diego Padres who've spent money and gone out, and they're having a wonderful season. However, it's not the kind of season they had hoped. But look at the San Francisco Giants. Who would have thought by placing certain guys on this team and putting together a team that they were going to be in first place this year? I don't know too many people that were expecting the Giants to be contenders in the West.
Well, you're kind of breaking up there a little bit, Randy, but nobody expected that. But really, did anybody expect the Diamondbacks would be this bad?
I mean, I knew they were going to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be this bad.
Who expected the Toronto Blue Jays to come out and sweep the Yankees? Huh? I was amazed. Thank you. Listen, there's only one thing I like about Canada, and that's the Letterkenny TV show. Outside of that, I'm pretty sure them Canadian bastards are up to some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust you and your politeness and your whatevers, but I'll tell you what, thank you, Toronto Blue Jays, because I hate the Yankees. I hate them.
And not only that, here's some more bad news for the Yankees that you can really have some fun with. They had to put Zach Britton. He's going to have elbow surgery. He'll be out through the 2022 season.
I'm not looking for a guy to be hurt. I'm not going to be happy. But if he does get hurt and he happens to be a Yankee, I'm okay with that.
Well, so then here is the thing that you can celebrate about what happened during that series. The Yankees never had a lead.
First time since 1924 in a 4-game series. About 100 years ago that happened, and now it just made me happy.
How about that?
I just been a string in my shaft. I'm just happy.
How about
that? You suck. So what's going on with the Yankees? Are they even going to get in the wild card? What's going on?
Well, I don't know. They'll keep fighting until the end here. And they've got a lot of money tied up in that payroll. But, I've said it for years now since I've been on this show. The Yankees will throw money at an issue and try to make it a championship team. The best team that they've had, it was when they had Jeter, Posada. They had all those guys that were grown up in their system. They had this nucleus, this core of players. They won 5 or 6 world championships together, and then they went back to this kind of mentality of throwing money at the best players in the game instead of trying to nurture and bring up your own homegrown talent.
Don't help them. Let me tell you what else made me very happy about the Toronto Blue Jays sweeping the Yankees. Did I mention that was in New York? Did I mention that was at Yankee Stadium?
Even better.
By a team that played all last year and started this year playing in a minor league ballpark in Buffalo, New York.
I just want to point out that Aaron Judge said at the beginning of the season that it's World Series or bust this year. I just want to point that out now that they're flailing.
Bust. Here, wait as I take a drink of some Yankees tears.
Yeah, Yankees. 2-8 in their last 10. They've lost 6 in a row.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just so happy. All right. Sorry, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Although I did want to mention this the other day. We were talking about how hard baseball is. Now, I never said baseball wasn't difficult, Randy. It's not really a tough sport. It's a hard sport, but it's not a tough sport. It's not a physical tough sport. Now, we don't need to argue that, but I did read a thing from a writer at getpocket.com. He broke the whole thing down.
Another writer. Perfect.
Easy there, Chief. You're going to enjoy this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Chief. That was just a generic one. That was not a proper one. I'm telling you, these people putting up nets. Anyway, so, all right, let me explain to some of the people listening here.
I love Chief. Come on, man.
How hard it is to hit a damn baseball.
Yeah.
In baseball, 1,000 is a batting average. That would be perfection, and it doesn't exist. I had it once myself, but that was softball, and it was like a beer league softball team, and I was just the fastest person, in the league, and I just could outrun most anybody's throw to first.
Well, and if it was a beer league, most of the guys in the infield were probably loaded. But
totally schnookered. But listen, but I did do it. It's confirmed. Anyway, so a 300 batting average, well, that's considered pretty damn good, right, Randy?
Yes.
Yeah. That means that you can fail 70% of the time, but yet you're still one of the best players out there. And that's why hitting a baseball is arguably the hardest thing to do in sports. Now, again, I think that football is tougher than baseball. I think hockey is tougher than baseball. And I think basketball is tougher than baseball. And that's where Randy, will start to argue and fight with
it. Baseball is not as physically demanding.
No, but
as
it's
football
hard.
or ice hockey.
Yeah, but it is hard. All right. So here's why. First, the speed of the pitch. The average fastball is going to come at you at more than 90 miles an hour in the bigs. And it's fired from less than 60 feet away. And that gives you about 150 milliseconds to decide if you're going to swing or not. And then to try to start to get that bat in the right position. 150 milliseconds.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it is not something a mere mortal could ever do. And you also have to look at the size of the ball. It ain't a softball. The thing is a little teeny little thing, right? The ball is only in the hitting zone for less than 10 milliseconds. And the amount of time that the ball is in a spot where a batter could make contact, you got 10 milliseconds. So you have to already be anticipating where that ball might be in that first 150 milliseconds. Then you got 10 milliseconds to get it in the right place. And then, of course, it's a round ball that you're trying to hit with a rounded piece of wood. So there you go. There's another little added margin of difficulty, and the margin for error, making solid contact. It's about half the width of your phone's SIM card.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yeah, an engineering professor compared it to trying to hit a bullet with another bullet. So how do the batters do it? Well, that same professor says it's not so much about how fast the batter can swing. It's about how fast he can stop himself from swinging at pitches he knows he's not likely to hit. That's the thought process.
Correct. Yeah.
Then comes the ability to identify what a pitch is, which, again, a batter has about 150 milliseconds to do. And that's something that comes from experience, but still doesn't make it easy. Yeah, here's another piece of evidence to understand why hitting a baseball is one of the hardest things in sports. Michael Jordan, considered one of the greatest athletes of all time, couldn't hit for crap.
Yeah, I think he was below 200.
Yeah, one professor said, when I see the very limited number of human beings that can do what Major League Baseball hitters do, I am just in awe. So there, yes, Randy, hitting a ball, which is one of the examples you used yesterday when we were arguing about which is the tougher sport. Yeah, hard to do. Hardest thing you can think of doing in sports, maybe. But that doesn't mean that the players are tougher or that the sport itself is tough physically. I think we can agree there.
Well, no, I don't think it's as tough physically. There's no doubt baseball is not as tough physically, but I still think it's a very demanding sport.
Should we go the other direction with this? What is the easiest sport you could? I mean, I think it's the luge because it's just damn gravity. You lie there And that's it. You just
isn't there a Jerry Seinfeld joke about the luge where it's just your head tilts 45 degrees and that's the difference between gold and you're not even qualified?
Yeah, watch my head on the camera. Here's the whole thing. That's it.
The difference between gold and don't even show up is your head moved.
Yeah. So that might be the easiest thing. It's just gravity, or is there something else? I mean, even the curling, where they go and they sweep in front of it. Well, that takes some calories, right? That's a little effort.
Well, I mean, and not only that, but they've got to be very exacting, and they don't wear skates on the ice. Those are their shoes, so they have to have good balance as well.
Yeah, that's going to take a little bit of core muscles somewhere underneath all the beer they drink. So,
exactly.
Is there an easier sport though than the luge? Can you think of it?
Is it shooting? I mean, the accuracy is required.
No,
but
you got to actually do a thing. Luge, that's it. You're just lying there, kind of like
laying there. Yeah.
It's almost like you basically you want to hear the perfect luge stance. You ever go into a room and hide behind some curtains and hope your dog doesn't find you because you're playing hide and seek with it? That's the luge position. Like, I'm doing it right now.
All right.
That's it. That's all there is. So what other sport could be easier than that?
Than the luge?
That's right. You just lay there. There he goes. Wow, he's an amazing person.
Well, I mean, don't you have to run and get going?
No, I think you just
and get on the luge. I believe you do.
No, I'm pretty sure that you just start with a sigh. There he goes.
I mean, you win an Olympic gold. Do you even know that you won?
Yeah, I know. You're still going down the hill looking for, I don't know, they throw out some pillows. I don't know how they stop you with a luge.
Don't you set up and you have to pull the sled back? You have to pull the front of the sled back?
I guess that's an option. Me barreling into a crowd of surprised onlookers would be a lot more fun for me. He forgot to brake. Oh my God. All right, but enough about the luge. What is an easier one? FedFan does think it's curling, but I think there's way too much effort in curling.
The only reason why I said shooting, because I mean like the handgun shooting in the Olympics where it's an air gun. So there's not even any recoil. That's as close as I could get there.
Yeah, that's more of an arcade game. That's not a sport.
Yeah, and that's not a gun either. If it makes this noise, it's not a gun.
Yeah, there was one girl that the internet was going crazy over because she had one hand in her pocket while she was shooting. It just doesn't seem like it has that much.
Yeah, that's
much,
pretty lazy. And I think she was leaning it like this. Yeah, I guess we should have a TV show, huh? Badminton. I think badminton is probably more exertion than the luge. He says, the luge is extremely hard if you're piloting it. If you're the one starting, it's hard as hell. You can kill yourself or the entire crew. What do you mean crew? I thought luge was just one guy.
Luge is just one guy.
Yeah, you're thinking bobsled.
Yeah, bobsled's got.
Oh, that's a harder sport than luge. So
you have to drive the thing. You got to get it going.
No, average Joe bowling or ping pong. You seen those guys at ping pong? They're like, oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, badminton's the same way. Have you seen Olympic badminton?
You're up like you're doing like this. Yeah, there's some activity there. Again, those aren't like, really stressful sports, but luge is the easiest. Just the Tip says the one trait all great hitters have is a supernatural eyesight. Ted Williams, Tony Gwynn, Ichiro Suzuki, they've all said that they can see the seam of the ball as it comes from the pitcher's hand.
Yeah, Rod Carew, same thing. Any good hitter, Tony Gwynn, any good hitter can see the ball. You can see the way it's spinning. That's how you identify what kind of a pitch it is, and you identify whether you want to take a swing at it or not.
FedFan says, I was just an average batter, but by the age of 11, I could throw a softball 150 feet. So defense was more my forte than the offense. See, the GOAT says Michael Jordan's batting average was 202.
Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
My bad.
I thought it was just below 100. I do apologize.
He was only off by 0.4.
Okay, but still, can I just bring some clarity to this, GOAT? First off, I love Michael Jordan. Don't ever get me wrong. Greatest basketball player of all time. Shut up, LeBron fans. Anyways, shut up, Kobe fans. So that aside, 202 in the minor leagues
with the Birmingham Barons
is not 202 in the major leagues. So that's a whole different show, right, Randy?
It is, but nowadays, the AA ball club, the AAA ball club, that's like going up against Major League pitching.
Ooh, Cheese Skulls Burner says, how about the skiing long jump? You slide down a huge ramp, you lean over your skis, and just hope you land right.
Yeah.
I
would agree.
You know what, though? That's more effort, though.
Yeah, like
than lying down.
You do have to land.
Yeah.
I mean, you can destroy your legs.
You gotta be, even if you're just kind of like, okay, we're here. Lean. That's you're right, but
not only that, you got to hold those skis straight and be aerodynamic.
Although I will add an added layer of difficulty to the luge, putting on that tight suit.
Oh yeah,
that tight skin suit.
Yeah, listen, that's a lot of effort there.
Stuff me into that thing. Forget about it. Let's see. Fed Fan says in batting you got to track the speed. I'm sorry, I really thought this was going to be about batting. She says you have to track speed ability to do luge. You have to have track speed ability. Which means you have to be able to run fast. You have to run up to it?
I maybe you do have to do the running start for it.
Do you have to
see? I thought you did.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought,
are we thinking about the skeleton?
I thought in the luge you did the same thing.
I've never seen anybody run for those things.
I wish I could tell you, but it's been so long since I've watched it and or cared. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Average Joe says NASCAR driver. That's the easiest.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not. Come on, man. That's physically exerting. King Kitten says I'm batting 1,000 with the ladies. All right.
All right.
By the way, the Diamondbacks have called up Seth Beer from AAA Reno. So Randy, beer me.
Absolutely.
Good name.
And with a name like Beer, how can you not be a superstar?
Yeah. Too much beer, Bob Schwersky says, hey, speaking of Canada, there is a Canadian there that hates the whiskey, dogs, and he also hates America? That's right. Chris Collinsworth. That's who. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's from like Virginia or something.
I don't think he's from Canada.
Boy, Bob Schwersky does not like Chris Collinsworth.
That's three
He's from Canada.
Anti-Collinsworth texts in a
Hates
row.
dogs and whiskey.
That was like an hour ago, and he's still upset about Chris Collinsworth. Fair enough, but
I think Chris Collinsworth doesn't like the Cowboys very much. I think that I've heard him say some things that make you think that, but
not a Bengal,
not America.
Beer Bob says we should give the kicker for the Dallas Cowboys a break. He says, hey, one of them kicks was a 60-yarder. Sure, but one of them was a extra point. The other one was a 30-yard field goal. The other one, I don't remember what it was. I think it was something close to that. Even Greg Zerline says, yeah, this is on me. If I did my job, we'd have won that game. Yeah. Thank you for the obvious statement. But yeah, thank you.
I mean, you should have a mic in his face. What else is he supposed to say, I guess?
Oh, by the way, one other thing we didn't mention about that Cowboys game is that Lael Collins is now suspended 5 games. Who Lael is Lael Collins? That's the right tackle for that offensive line. And he played last night, but he got hit with the suspension today. So that's 5 games. And boy, I tell you what, that is a blow to that offensive line right there. The Dak Prescott
5 games for what?
A little bit of PEDs.
Oh,
it actually just says substances abuse.
True.
So I don't know. Could have been any number of things. I just saw this. I don't know. It's just a very short story. So you'll have to, if you want to know why, you have to wait.
Okay.
So anyway, that happened. Let's see. I've got a lot of texts unread here. So Randy's chuckle says, losing old floppy forearm Bunting so early did not help Tampa. Oh my God, that was gruesome. If you blinked, you missed it. But Sean Murphy Bunting, he does officially have a dislocated elbow. I thought it was broken. But what is worse, a break or a dislocated elbow?
Ooh.
What is the?
Well, it depends on how bad it was dislocated. Sometimes you can just pop it back in, and it'll have some swelling for a while. And other times, if it's really severely dislocated, you'll have all sorts of ligament and cartilage damage, and you have to have surgery. So I don't know. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it's going to be at least a few weeks at least. But you're right, Randy. Depends on how badly dislocated.
Yeah.
But did you see it? It was not something you want to see. And I don't want to watch the videos, and I want to watch the replay.
I missed that one.
I saw it at speed and went, oh, that's not good. And then they like, hey, Jeffrey, the replay's on. Yeah, I believe you. I
was driving at the time, so I heard it, which thankfully.
Here's the noise. Oh my God. Yeah, that was it. Is that pretty good?
Yeah,
that sound like that?
It's pretty close. Yeah.
Not good. And of course, you got Kevin Harlan describing every detail.
And his elbow came out. Okay, we got to take a break. When we come back, one more little teeny thing that is not NFL, and then we'll jump back into the football, getting you ready for this weekend. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at USPS.com/careers.
This is Dale Hellestray from my friends at Constructors Bonding. If you need bonds, you can put your trust in Arizona's industry leader for the best service, rates, terms, and capacity anywhere. Constructors Bonding is the #1 writer with 14 sureties and will improve your bond program. Call Dave McKee today to learn how Constructors Bonding will perform for you. 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 or visit cbialliance.com.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100-plus degrees. 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Bruce and Dale here. Remember, football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, The Fanatic, wants to make your business a part of the act.
Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games during the regular season.
Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game.
Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website.
And you'll get commercials read live during our morning and afternoon drive shows.
Plus, get 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app.
You can even lock your competition out of this offer with our category exclusive option plus.
All this for our best deal ever.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details.
Don't get a delay of game penalty.
Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
If you're not spending every waking moment checking us out online,
you'd better have a good excuse.
Yeah. We've loaded up our website with the stories, pics, video, podcast, commentary, and more. The kind of stuff you love.
Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk.
And you'll love every bit of it.
Very well. Or at least most of it.
It appears that the website has become alive.
Hit it now.
It's on the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And in just a few moments here, we're going to talk to #1 Rattlers fan. He's going to give us a preview of this weekend's contest between the Ass Pirates and the Arizona Rattlers.
The Massachusetts Pirates.
That's what I said. And, he gave him 30 seconds, but I think we'll also allow some time for follow-up. But, Randy, do we have some music for him to do his prediction over? I just want to make sure we're ready for this before we put him on the line.
Let's see.
What do we got for the Arizona Rattlers? Well, that's NFL. We can't use that. That's NFL.
Never mind.
Yeah, this is indoor football league.
That's dramatic.
Well, that's if we're arresting the indoor football league.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's a little, daytime television shopping contest sounding. Got anything else?
Let's see. maybe something a little more,
There we go. This one will work. I think we can use that one.
This is the one right here.
Because that will be the majestic music that plays as he predicts that the
Excellent.
Arizona Rattlers are going to whoop the ass Pirates.
No, it's at Massachusetts.
I am about 100% sure I said that.
No.
Mass Pirates.
No, I'm pretty sure you didn't.
All right, well, whatever. All right, go ahead. Stop the music now. We have to go ahead. Let's bring him on now. His name is Michael. He's the #1 Rattlers fan by self. What makes you
self-proclamation?
Yeah, what makes you the #1 Rattlers fan?
Well, 29 seasons. I never missed a home game until March when I had to go to Minnesota for my mom's funeral. So that's one claim. Then my tattoo. I think you guys remember the picture. I've got a tattoo. I'm just a rabid fan. I'm always talking about it at every turn.
Okay. All right. So how many Arizona Rattler jerseys do you have?
2 of them, and then countless T-shirts and hats.
Does Coach Guy know you by name?
Coach Guy does know me by name. The players know me by name. The owner knows me by name. Coach Guy, when I was sick in the hospital, he heard about that and he signed a hat that said, "Keep fighting, Michael." And it's one of my most prized possessions, along with a orange pylon from the 97 Arena Bowl.
Wow. All right. So hold on a second. First thing first, Michael, go ahead and take the phone away from your mouth just a little bit. You're hitting it a little bit hard. But the other thing, I need to talk to the boys here for a second. So give us a second. Hey,
all right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that makes him #1 Rattlers fan, doesn't it?
I think
Does that
so.
sound about right?
I mean, the credentials check out.
I mean, if he's got an orange
Yeah.
pylon and Coach Guy is signing hats.
Right.
I mean,
Pylon and hat should do it. Let me ask him another question. Hold on. Hey, Michael, how many of those cheerleaders have you nailed?
Oh, in 29 seasons, 0.
That's all right. I guess we won't make that a requirement, but I think that Michael is the #1 Rattlers fan that we've got. So, all right. You asked for it, and I'm going to give it to you. So now, right now, you've got about 30 seconds to give us a preview of the game and tell us why the Arizona Rattlers are going to win. Go.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, Coach Guy is the best coach in the league, and he's also a second half coach, so he'll be making adjustments. It also helps that we have the MVP in Drew Powell. He led the league in rushing and in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns to go with third in passing touchdowns. So you got the dual threat. Massachusetts does have the #1 scoring defense, so it is going to be a battle of #1 defense against #1 offense. I am predicting a 45-41 Rattlers win. I do believe it's going to be a close game. It's probably going to be the Rattlers defense is going to step up. They're a bunch of ball hawks, so it's either going to be a crucial interception or a knocked out fumble. And we are missing Harrington, our #1 wideout. So I believe that the wideouts will step it up.
All right. Well, that was a minute. So you basically owe me what it would cost for a 30-second commercial. What's the cost for that right now, Randy?
I think it's $650.
Yeah, I gotta need $650, Michael.
I am here at the Harmon Solar living room.
Okay, there you go. Well, that did it. That took care of it right there. That's a smart man right there.
Wow.
Okay, nicely done. So give me the score prediction again.
45-41.
45-41, and that is his prediction for the game against the Mass Pirates this weekend. It's good. What was they call it? The United Bowl? Is that what it's called?
It's called the United Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're playing it NFL Week 1, but the schedule makers made a mistake, I guess.
I think it's a little holdover from COVID, so don't be too hard on those guys. I think next season they're going to start it earlier so that doesn't happen again. But
yeah,
hey, it's another championship for Arizona and the Rattlers, one of the most prolific Arizona teams. That's a damn fact right there. So, Michael, you're going to be at the game, right?
Yes, I'll be there actually making some wagers at the new sports book there.
All right. Okay. Well, listen, good luck to the Arizona Rattlers. Good luck to you in your betting endeavors. And why don't you come on back next Monday? Be sure and text in and give us all the details. All right.
I will do that. Thank you for having me on, guys. Good job, Keon. You don't get enough credit.
Why don't you mind your own business, Michael? All right, well, it's number one Rattler fan here.
Well, I appreciate him for one.
Given his prediction here on 1580, the Fanatic. Papa Mike says, wow, Michael is definitely the number one Rattlers fan in my book. Good job, Michael. Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I should have asked him if I was allowed to use his first name. Yeah. I hope he didn't get in trouble. Silly Wabbit says, I think number one Rattlers fan needs a cough dropper to check if he's related to Ed Orgeron. No, I think his phone was just gargling a little bit on that one. And let's see, Just the Tip says, number one Rattlers fan. That's right, Michael, one of the all-time greatest phone calls ever put over the sports airwaves.
I would
Well
agree.
done.
Yeah. Well done.
I have to squint every time you get a text like that from Just the Tip. That passive aggressive bull crap he pulls every time. All right. So, by the way, be listening for your chance to win tickets. That's right. Arizona State University is playing, people who don't matter. That's happening on Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
I believe it's UNLV.
The Rebels.
It's me and you?
No, it's a University
I thought
of
you
Nevada,
said
Las Vegas.
UNLV, like you, me, and love.
Well, we are in love.
Yeah,
and
heterosexually,
have been in love for many years now.
It's not unnatural.
But I'm talking about the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
All right, well, whatever. That's who's coming to town to get beat by the Sun Devils Saturday at 7:30 p.m. So I've got 4 tickets and a parking pass. Now, like we've done in the past, if you say, oh, Jeffrey, I don't need 4, 2 will do. Give me the parking pass and 2 tickets. Well, then we'll just turn around right there at that moment and give those other 2 tickets away to another super fan. So whether you can use all 4 or you just need 2, we will take care of it when the time comes. Be listening for your chance to call in and win. All right. So one more thing before we jump head first into a bunch more NFL football. All right. This just sort of snuck across the news wires on me today. Deandre Jordan signed with the Lakers. He got bought out from the Pistons, and he is now a Los Angeles Laker. Of course, that is some definitely needed youth on that squad. But what does DeAndre Jordan bring to this Lakers squad? How does this change the look of the team? I mean, this has got to be an improvement, right?
First off, I like that DeAndre Jordan is 33 years old, and that brings
much needed youth
to this team because they are.
I was waiting for someone to get the damn joke
on an average age of 65 years old. But
right,
he's going to bring at least a guy that can rebound, an energy guy. He's a big guy, but he's not polished like some of the other bigs in the league. Your Nikola Jokic, your Joel Embiid. DeAndre Ayton, he's not polished in that way, so it's going to be a lot.
Has he learned to hit a free throw yet?
No, not
really.
Okay. No, it's going to be a lot of pick and roll action with DeAndre Jordan. I mean, he's not going to radically change the team, but is he going to give them some depth, off the bench when you need a guy to go out and grab some boards? Yeah.
All right. Well, so does this give them another edge, or is this just sort of a meh?
It's a meh.
It's a meh.
Yeah, it's just he's a human body that can rebound. You can't have too many of those in the NBA. But he's not tipping this in any direction where you go, okay, the Lakers, if you thought they were going to the finals, now you think they're winning it, not because of DeAndre Jordan.
Well, if DeAndre Jordan's on the floor late in the game, you foul him. That's all there is to it. You foul the hell out of him.
Yeah, there'll just be points where he's unplayable and even more unplayable than he used to be because he's not even as athletic as that. So,
yep. All right. So that was the last sneaky little thing that popped up there. La Furia Roja says, hey, how was everybody's first day of legalized sports betting? Oh, that's a good point. Anybody lose the house or anybody make some money? I heard that there was like a really super easy bet on one of the platforms where people are like, this for real? The betting odds on that? Well, that's the drug dealer way. They're like, first one's free. Now we've made you get a deposit in so you could win that little chunk of money. And guess what? You're my bitch now.
We got to get you a taste.
So everybody, please gamble responsibly. But does anybody have any good gambling stories from the first day of gambling? That's a good question there, La Furia Roja. How about you? Do you do any?
I haven't done anything yet. Because I like to bet on things that I in my arrogance think will win as opposed to betting for money. So I'm going to let the season play out a little bit more and then I'll start placing bets.
How arrogant have people told you are?
Not at all. But I mean, I do take pride in the fact that I pick sports well. So when I feel like I understand something, I go ahead and
You
bet.
see what he did right there, don't you, Jeffrey? You see what he did?
Mm-hmm.
He just threw the damn gauntlet on the ground.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. Wait a minute.
He's a great sports picker.
Oh,
He,
really?
fancies
Are you then?
himself as a great picker of sporting events.
Randy,
Aha!
would you remind him
against the spread?
Could you remind him, please, of who won the picks contest?
I
last year?
believe it was you, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it? I wasn't
was
paying
you.
attention.
You know
I
what?
think
You know
it
what?
was you.
Oh my!
You know what really scares me about this is if I finish anywhere behind Jeffrey. He doesn't even have to win it. If he finishes 20th and I finish 21st, I'm never hearing the end of this. And I've done nothing wrong.
Keon, all you'll get is this smile.
That's worse. Now I want you to say it.
You'll just get that bleep eating grin, and that's all there is to it. King Kitten says, "Hey Keon, big game Saturday night. You Arizona. That's not a big game. King Kittens. I'm just going to stop reading right there. I'm grounding you for a minute. I'll come back and I'll read your text. But
that's too bad.
I just can't do it. That's not a big game. It's a gam. I can't even say it's a game. It's not fully a game. It's a gam.
It's a 3-letter word. Game.
Yeah. Ugh. Deflated Balls says, I'm pretty sure Phil's going to be a fan of the Mass Pirates. Come on, man. He says, no, because of his anti-Phoenix take. All right. Big George says, the NBC team of Chris Collinsworth, Al Michaels, Michelle Tafoya, and Mike Tirico, the best current NFL broadcasting team. And anybody who likes Joe Buck, a baseball guy doing NFL games, well, they need to have their heads checked. Yeah, but I get sleepy on the NBC game. I don't know why.
What about Jim Nance, a golf guy, doing a football game with Tony Romo?
Great. Another good nap.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm tired of Romo. Tired of Zach.
Are you?
Tired of Romo.
That was short-lived.
Yeah, it was. Well, so was his expertise, wasn't it? He ain't no Nostradamus anymore, is he? Boogie says, I have 6 parlays. 2 of them have Tampa winning, so I was sweating a bit there for a minute. Playing with free money, though. Free house money. Let's do this. And, Boogie, I'll tell you what. I'd love to know what the rest of your parlay is so I can sweat with you. Okay, that didn't come out right at all, did it? That's
it's not what you intended. No.
Not what I meant.
Phrasing.
Let's see. Number one Rattlers fan says, hey, that's my regular voice, people. Side note, in 30 years, I am 55% sports handicapper. Just average. And okay, what does that mean? I don't know what that means, number one Rattler fan, but hey, it wasn't about your voice. It was about your horrible phone. Papa Mike says, I won $100 on my $50 max bet on Tampa Bay scoring at least 1 point. That was the one.
Yeah.
That was the easy money. He says, I put half of it on the Rams over Bears by 7.5 points. I had $100 on that, but listen to Randy, and then I changed it to 50. Oh no, man. People are gonna start listening to us and we might cost them money.
Right?
People are gonna start getting
I don't
mad.
even know what I said.
I don't think that anyone heard my disclaimer yesterday that we give advice, but I wouldn't take it.
Bring it in, guys. Bring it in.
Yep.
Okay, we have to have a little meeting here.
Good.
All you people listening, just don't pay attention. Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
I think because this is a comedy show, we might want to run disclaimers about not listening to us or
that's a great idea.
Taking anything we say as betting advice.
Yeah.
This is
smart.
Perhaps we could get Radio Ron to cut those disclaimers.
Yeah. If there is a show,
I
was going to say on in Phoenix. Damn it, I'll say in the world.
Yeah.
That the term entertainment purposes only really applied to.
It'd be right here.
It'd be this one.
Yeah.
I agree.
So we probably should get a disclaimer on that. And make sure we keep all the doors locked anyway, because people, again, if they start gambling based on our opinions, there's going to be a lot of lost houses.
Oh, geez.
A lot of homeless super fans. So unless we bring in a grown-up to help, then we can say, well, listen to that guy.
Right.
Ooh, you know what, guys? You know what we should do?
What's that?
We should get an expert that we can always blame.
There you go. Scapegoat.
Right. No matter what happens, and even if it is one of our opinions, we'll say, no, that was Bob Schmeldorf's. That was Bob Schmeldorf. In fact, guys, hey guys, come here. Let's just say it was Bob Schmeldorf, no matter what.
There you go.
Idea.
That way, nobody gets hurt, but
Our
except for people sitting there Googling Bob Schmeldorf going, the hell, I can't find this guy.
our Vegas insider, Bob Schmeldorf.
Or even worse, there is a Bob Schmeldorf. And he's like, I keep getting these calls. I don't know what the hell this is about, but I've had enough.
He's saying it cost me his house.
I'm a plumber. So Bob Schmeldoff will be our guy we blame for all the bad betting advice.
All right.
I think that works.
I think we got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, everybody, come back and you can pay attention now just in time for this. We'll be back with more of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
I can pop a beer in here, right? Your cousin from Boston. This here is Sam Adams Boston Lager. It's my go-to beer. Not too heavy, not too light. Oh boy. Whoopsie daisy. Oh no. Is there somebody that can help? Come on in the room. It poured right in the keyboard. Relax. I spill beer on my computer all the time. Sam Adams Boston Lager. The Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Drink responsibly.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun, too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at Pro Copy. For over 20 years, Pro Copy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share Pro Copy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The Pro Copy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with Pro Copy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602 Pro Copy. That's 602-776-2679.
Changing your work culture can help change an entire culture. By embracing diversity, you encourage diversity. By making accommodations, you become more accommodating. So consider a member of Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deafblind community for your next hire. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org. That's changeyourperception.org. Sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in. And man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations. And they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic. You'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I don't know, number one Rattler fan did a pretty good job there, I think. I wonder if we should let more of the super fans occasionally be on the show to give little previews, little thought processes like that. What do you think?
Not? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I always love to hear from the fourth dimension. You know that.
Most of them?
No, I'm pretty. Pretty
some of them.
Keel. I like all of them.
Couple of them.
I mean, Jet.
No,
thinks
I like them all.
Jet thinks I scream too much, but
Who?
Jet.
Who's Jet?
The Jet.
Oh,
Jet. Yeah, he thinks I scream too much.
Oh, when did he say that?
Yesterday on this very radio program.
Yesterday, the Jet says, "Hey guys, I joined the fan pick'em contest on your website. I expect to win a lot. I figured as a Hall of Fame texter, I should probably join in." I think you got the wrong texter.
It could be.
He has not said anything about you screaming.
At least he gives us a break from Randy screaming, something like that.
Someone did say something to that, but I don't remember who it was.
Maybe it wasn't the Jet. I do apologize, the Jet.
Yeah, the Jet actually just, he texted in earlier in the hour. He says, "Happy Friday, gentlemen. Pour me a beer, Randy. I'm celebrating the fact that I've never missed a pick. on the fan pick'em contest. Should I take the trophy home now or wait till the end of the season? Well, I actually went and looked because I was curious, and we've got about I don't know, a couple hundred people in there picking.
Yeah,
and only like 7 people picked the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh boy,
everybody else has a perfect record right now, too, Jet. So, yeah, keep putting those wins together, and we'll see at the end of the season. Robert from Surprise says, have a great weekend heading out to have a whiskey with another whiskey and the wife. God bless those who lost loved ones 20 years ago tomorrow. And God bless the United States of America. Never forget 9/11. Yeah, you know, we this is just a silly slapping, dancing, monkey show here. You know, we're not doing anything serious on this show, and that's tomorrow, and this is today, and we just thought it was probably more appropriate that we leave those tributes to grown-ups, and not that we don't remember, that we don't respect, and we don't feel the same way as all you guys. We just figured there's a lot of that right now. Let's just keep this light. So, yes, absolutely, Robert from Surprise. We'll all be flying our flags tomorrow and remembering what happened. The GOAT says, I was just giving useless information that I have in my brain when I said that Michael Jordan's batting average is 202. I just want you to know that. It's not useless. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Good Cat says, how shocking. Cowboy player got suspended for substance abuse? No. Moist One says, DeAndre Young? No, it's DeAndre Jordan that went to the Lakers. Just the Tip says, I heard nothing. What do you mean?
I don't know.
What do you mean you heard nothing? Anybody know what he's talking about?
I don't know. He's clearly referencing something, but I couldn't tell you what.
Is he doing Sergeant Schultz from Hogan's Heroes?
I don't think it's heard nothing. I think that's more I know nothing.
Boogie says, I have Tampa, Tennessee, Green Bay, and Baltimore in a 4-way money line parlay. I also have Tampa, Seattle Vikings all winning for a parlay. I also have Carolina, Seattle, Indianapolis winning. If I pull that one off, it's a $250 winner. By the way, I am not a financial advisor. Okay, Boogie, thanks for that. Appreciate the good disclaimer. Good disclaimer.
I feel like the multiple parlays you had going was the hint there, but we'll take it.
There was some passive aggressive smacking you around there, Buggy, right there. Bruno Baller says that beer commercial reminded me that I'm glad I don't have a cousin from Boston. Yeah, a lot of us are. Beer Bob says, wait, what? We're not supposed to take your advice on betting. Holy crap, I mortgaged. I wagered my mortgage. I wagered my car payment. I wagered my kids. I wagered my dogs. Why don't you have a disclaimer about that?
That Schmeldorf strikes again.
He says, no, I'm kidding.
Schmeldorf.
He says, I'm kidding. I didn't. He said, I didn't wager my dogs. I love them too much. Okay. The rest, though,
all gone.
Papa Mike says, it's mutual, Randy. We all love to hear from you. Jeffrey, not so much.
Wow.
What the hell, Papa Mike? Ukalamak says, you're lapping your monkey radio pal. What in the hell are you talking about?
Your what to your monkey? What did he say? Lapping your monkey?
I think it's the slap and dance and monkey show, like I've always said.
Oh, I was going to say, because that's lapping your monkey is actually illegal in 7 countries.
Is this one of them? Is the United States?
I believe it is. I believe it is.
Okay.
Can you erase this part off the podcast?
I can.
I appreciate that. King Kittens, okay, back to his original question from earlier when I shut him off. He says, I don't know what his question is. Let me see. Yeah, you Arizona, San Diego State Aztecs. Who do you got?
Let's tell you who we've got.
Here we have ASU. 77-7, buddy. Suck on that. You know what, though? Okay, we will ask the other question for Keon. Yeah, Keon, Kansas is playing Carolina this evening. Who do you got on that one?
Oh, Coastal Carolina.
Coastal Carolina.
I mean,
yeah.
The University of Kansas hasn't been good at football in my entire life. I imagine they will continue to not be good at football. Meanwhile, Coastal Carolina had a really good season last year. They managed to keep their coach, Jamie Chadwell, despite everybody trying to hire him. They're going to be really good. The Chanticleers will knock down the Jayhawks tonight.
Good
the
heavens.
Hell's a Chanticleer?
He's even got their he's even got their
the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. That's a chicken.
You know what?
Seriously?
Yeah.
You know what Kansas football is good for? They're good at making tornadoes.
Is that how they start?
Yeah. The football team's out there practicing. They're running around, and they make tornadoes.
You think them morons put that together? Good Cat says, any chance the Oregon Ducks will be the Ohio State Suckeyes? I think he means beats the Ohio State Suckeyes.
As opposed to eating them?
I don't know. Any chance the Oregon Ducks will beat the Ohio State Suckeyes?
Okay. There's a chance. I favor Ohio State, but like this is the time when you get a school like Ohio State and you want to beat them when their quarterback is new and young and still kind of learning everything, like CJ Stroud is over at Ohio State. Then yeah, you can beat them now. You definitely want to before he starts to gain experience because that guy's talented, and when he gets experience and skill, he's going to be a hard one to beat.
And Good Cat, you can only get these ASU tickets if you listen in and call in and win when I tell you to. That's how that works. 888-368-1580. One of the things I like about Keon, now we've liked Keon ever since we know him, but right now I like him even more. You know why? Because you didn't say that stupid, pretentious, annoying, ridiculous, the Ohio State. Oh, I hate that.
I didn't go there, so I have no reason to say it.
I hate that. That's the dumbest thing you in college football.
I don't get it.
Other than the chickens, that whole thing you just said about the chicken team, that's bad.
Yeah, the chandeliers. I didn't know a chandelier was a chicken.
Yeah, it's a chicken.
Coastal Carolina.
I don't know
chandeliers.
If it's dumb or if it's dumber than the fact that they tried to copyright the word "the" because of the Ohio State University. I just thought that was
you're talking about the Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes, yeah. And of course, they lost that that copyright file.
You know why?
It doesn't make any sense
because they are the dumbest bunch of bastards you've ever seen.
Well, they're a bunch of nuts. They're a bunch of nuts. See what I did there? A bunch of nuts.
Who am I aggravating with this?
They're a bunch of nuts.
Who's the Ohio State fans on the text line?
I hope that they are quickly texting right now.
Well, they probably aren't doing anything quick. They are the dumbest bunch of bastards out there. Well. I'm sure there's some people driving their own and going, what the hell, man? Horgine says, hey, Chris Collinsworth, you have to admit, does sound like a horse frog. Not a horse, a horse frog. A frog who's losing his voice.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Does he sound like he's losing his voice?
No, he sounds all right. You guys are too hard on him. He's too hard.
Now, here's a guy.
Yeah. Average Joe says, experts say that quarterbacks show a lot of growth in their third year. Since Kyler Murray is entering his third year, do you think he's ever going to get...
There you go. There's your whistle. Just don't even finish the damn thing.
Blissful Hayes says, did that short story feature a little... Kyler Murray.
There's another one for you.
FedFan says, if Djokovic wins the U.S. Open, he'll be the first male tennis player to hold all four majors at the same time in 52 years.
Wow.
He's awesome.
She says, yep, here we go. It's Djokovic and Zverev in the finals, semifinals right now. Yeah, they're playing right now, and it's 30-30. 3-3, 30-30, 33. A lot of threes. I don't know what it means. Let's see. Mr. Pringle says, do you know what they call a drug ring in Texas? A huddle. That's pretty good. I like that joke. Just the Tip says, not for air.
Not for air.
What? Okay.
You want to just go ahead and read it? Is that what
no, he said not for air. So
not for air. You don't want to read it off the air?
No.
I mean, we'll stand by.
I don't know what he's talking about there. Cheese Skulls Burner says, I must ask, I am a super fan. If I didn't watch last night's NFL matchup, I hate Dallas and Tom Brady. So last night's game was as good as watching tennis. Blah.
Okay.
What? Oh, okay. I see you're saying, is he a super fan if he didn't watch last night? No, man, you do you. Whatever you want. If you hate everybody in that contest, whatever. I just don't understand because that's the first real football we've had in like forever. But hey, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, Chief Skulls Burner. Boogie says, I hope the Ducks win. By the way, speaking of betting, I have both Coastal Carolina and Boise State, both winning by 10 points in a two-way tonight.
Wow.
Boogie bets a lot.
Yeah.
Boogie, you may have a problem. Boomer Sooner says, Randy, can I have a cold Firestone 805 brew and a shot of your best whiskey, please? Boomer Sooner. There you go. Daylight Drew says, as a Washington fan, the Cowboys looking that good last night kind of freaked me out. Please pour me a Lagunitas, please. ASU wins 44-14 tomorrow night, by the way, but will not cover the spread. Moist one. I can't read that. What the hell's wrong with you? He says, hey, can I do a segment called the High School Star of the Week? I'll go around a bunch of high schools going to different sporting events. And well, I'm not even going to finish reading that because that's creeping me out.
It's heading to a very dark place. And ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the AIA's got that sorted out. But thanks, Moist one. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Big George says, I think that cousin from Boston might be Phil. It sounds like him.
From Boston.
Nondescript says 4 tennis titles at once. Man, that guy's probably going to get a nice shirt, like a little t-shirt or something. Just the tip says, please, dear God, you rookie or new texters, just about every Kyler Murray joke has already been submitted.
I'm pretty sure it has.
Get clever, or I hope all your fingers get bitten off by a land shark.
Wow. There you go.
It's a very specific animal to choose, but I'm okay with it.
FedFan says explaining tennis to Jeffrey is like trying to explain calculus to someone who doesn't know what 2 + 2 is 4. I passed calculus and trigonometry, both with an A. And after I did, this is true, I promptly made myself forget all math because I hate it. So there, nanny, boo-boo, your pants are full of poo-poo. All right, one more hour. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at usps.com/careers.
Chances are the technology you work with every day is an afterthought
Until it isn't working.
Technical problems can throw a wrench in your day, but computer security issues can expose you and your customers to serious risk. Affinity Technology builds custom IT solutions that help small businesses thrive. No system is too complicated.
If it plugs in, we work with it.
Affinity Technology runs Arizona businesses. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Monday at 1 p.m., we'll review the Cardinals and Titans game and look back at ASU UNLV. How did Oregon look against Ohio State? And let's see how the top 25 did. What did we learn from the NFL Week 1 and more? So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing, and you always need to be sticking your fingers. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger pricks. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call U.S. Medical Supply today for a free benefits check. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill Medicare or your insurance directly. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-438-8173. 800-438-8173. 800-438-8173. That's 800-438-8173.
Your best plan to retire might be right under your roof. This is Rob Canyer, and for over 20 years, I've helped people discover how they can utilize a portion of their equity in their home as a coordinated strategy in retirement planning, thus creating additional monthly cash flow, paying less taxes, and making their retirement assets last longer. This is a safe and proven retirement strategy for qualified homeowners age 62 and older. All you have to do is reverse your thinking. Call me, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
and K240 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people. settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Keon Rose pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live from the Harmon Solar Studio here in Scottsdale. I don't know why FitFan's mad. After that last comment, she sent in, you know how the face is angry and the steam is coming out its nostrils?
Yeah.
Then angry face that looks like this. Like that.
Yeah.
And then another angry face looks like this. Like that. I don't know why she sent that.
Because you said, nanny boo boo, your pants are full of poo poo.
Oh, she was trying to say I was dumb. And I don't appreciate that just because I don't know tennis.
I believe what she said was trying to explain tennis to you is like trying to teach somebody calculus who doesn't even realize 2 + 2 = 4.
I know 2 + 2 = 4, and I also know calculus and trigonometry.
But that's not what she said. She said trying to teach you tennis is like trying to teach calculus to someone who does not know 2 + 2 = 4.
It is really not my fault that they can't just put a basic score up on the damn screen that makes sense to people. I mean, I see 4. Djokovic is 4. Zverev has 3. And that means it's 4 sets to 3 sets?
Yes.
And right now, the current game is 15-40. With
40-15, yes.
Zverev is, I believe, winning.
Well, that could
Did
be.
I just figure that out?
Yeah.
Bite me, Fed fan. 888-368-1580.
I think she's going to be even more mad at you
Can I
now because
explain,
that
though?
means you could have figured out the whole time.
Emojis.
Well, here's the thing. I have to care about it to really learn about it.
So you only cared enough.
Because she challenged me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Faded Hero Icon says, meet Layla. Layla is ready for the weekend. Look at that bitch. It's a dog. Not a dog. It's a poodle. It's a Pokeball. You know, I don't feel good when I call a dog that. To be honest with you, I shouldn't even say that out loud. That's a horrible thing to say.
It just feels disrespectful, even to a dog, even though that's what a female dog is called. It still feels wrong.
Well, I mean, just for fun, I'll go to a dog park and say, "Sup, bitches," and you know, it's okay. But then I feel bad about it after. But that's a good-looking poodle right there. It's a full-size, hunting-size poodle, not a little itty-bitty annoying poodle. So nice
not
dog.
a yappy dog. That's good.
Not a yappy dog. It's a good dog. It's a good dog. Fed fan says each player has 4 games each. But it's 4-4. So
4 games to 4 games.
Right.
In the first set.
Right. Okay. Thought we had it figured out. Now you're just making it worse. Papa Mike says Fed fan may have sent that because of Chief Skull burner phone saying it was as boring as tennis, and you didn't call him on it, Jeffrey.
Oh, well, see, there you go.
Faded Hero Icon says, no, don't worry. Layla doesn't mind. She's used to being called a bitch. Ukalamak says, watch out, Radio Pal. I'm with Fed fan. Oh, brother. Like, yeah, you standing behind her while she beats me up is going to make a difference. Listen, I got much respect for Fed fan. I've had a beer with Fed fan, and she's not somebody to be trifled with. But yeah, her and I are good. We're good. I think we're good. And if we're not good, then I guess I got it coming. Boomer Sooner says, hey, guys, I got 2 players in the game last night. CeeDee Lamb got me 26.5 points. Mike Evans got me 8. But it's kind of exciting getting back into fantasy football after 10 years or so. Yeah, and I got to tell you, Screaming Eagle, he had an amazing night, like 95 points. It was.
But how many players does he have left to play?
He played. That was only from 3 players. He had Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and who was the other one? Godwin.
Bill Schmidloff.
Godwin. So,
Godwin.
Anyways, yeah, some of you newbies are doing great, and some of the rest of us are doing kind of the same as last year. Still, one game. Slow Mo Zo just found Bob Smeldoff. What? There is actually a Bob Schmeldoff. He had to look high and low for Bob Schmel. It's not. Here's the thing, though. That's not the right person. Found it on Pinterest. Somebody named Bob Smeldoff. I didn't say Smeldoff. I said Schmeldoff.
Schmeldoff. Yeah.
It'd probably be more like a SCH.
Yeah.
Meldoff.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed. Good
Very
for
nice.
you, Slow Mo Zoe, at
Yep.
finding this person. And by the way, Bob Smeldoff, such a jerk. He has 3 followers. Just the tip. He says, I choose Land Shark because most of the new texters sending in the most banal Kyler Murray jokes will expect the blender to send them candy. So the Land Shark knocks on their door and says, Candygram. A lot of these people aren't old enough to see that skit.
No.
Chief Skulls Burner says, thank God for the affirmation of still being a super fan because I refuse to watch a game that is as good as watching Chalupa Sports. Boring and forgetful. Well, you would have thought that, but guess what? It was actually a pretty great game. You missed out.
Yeah.
You punished only yourself, Chief Skull, by not watching to or listening to that game. Moist One says, by the way, You Do You is copywritten by Gila River Casino Corporation, copyright number 484-86433, cease and desist.
You gotta be kidding me, right?
I can say You Do You. That's just a phrase we say. Now, if I try to use that as a slogan, I guess if they have it, I don't think they have it copywritten. I think that's dumb.
Well, I could see as a station, 15A the Fanatic, You Do You. Now, see, then they could come after us then.
Yeah, I tell you what, how about you send the bill to the Ohio State? Billy from Phoenix says, I feel this season should really be the season that determines Kingsbury's future. Well, I think we're all in agreement on that, my friend.
I think the issue here is if Kingsbury isn't able to get over the hump, it's not just him. Keim's gone too. Because he can't just fire Kingsbury and go, well, let's start over again. Because then you'll be on your 3rd coach, and that just doesn't happen.
You know how a baller does it? Here's how a baller does it. Hey, Bidwell. Are you a baller? Here's how a baller does it. Let's pretend I'm Michael
All right,
Bidwell.
you're Michael Bidwell. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Steve. Yeah. Hey, you play Steve. You play Steve, Randy.
I'm Steve.
You're Steve Keim.
Okay. Hang on. Let me get into character
Yeah,
here.
go ahead.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Look at me over here. No, I'm over here. I know you see 3 of me, but I'm the one right here.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. Yes.
Steve, it's time. It's time. I need you to go ahead.
Steve Keim. That's my name.
Well, let's bring in Coach Kingsbury here.
What?
Let's bring in Coach Kingsbury. It's time. We have to let him go. We're going to go ahead and fire him.
We're going to fire Kingsbury's?
Yeah, clearly it's time. So
it's my favorite breakfast cereal.
No, Kingsbury.
Uh-huh.
Cliff Kingsbury. We need
Who?
to fire the coach.
The hell is Cliff and Bingberries?
He's the coach you hired.
What?
Steve.
I never
Steve.
did it ever.
Come on, just keep it together for just
What?
this. Could you please?
Do we have any milk to serve with the berries?
Yes, I'll get you some milk, but first we need to fire our coach, please. It's time-
Fire?
Yes, we need to discontinue his contract. We need to
What?
let him go.
What did he
We
do
need to get
wrong?
his pass card and his key.
He's got ski jeans.
Yeah, but
I like his ski jeans.
yeah.
And he breaks practices. I get to have
Yeah.
fruit and the practices.
I know you love those sin capris. But listen, it's time to move on.
It's probably time to move on.
All right, so let's bring him in here. Keon, you get to be Kingsbury.
All
All right, Cliff, come on in.
Hey.
Listen.
He doesn't look the same as he did a week ago.
Just calm down, Steve. So Steve has something that he needs to say to you, Cliff.
I really liked you in all the King's men.
What?
Okay.
No, that's not what we talked about, Steve. Can you,
Steve? Would you like some more fruit, Steve?
No.
Just
Hold on.
Just a
Time
little
out.
bit.
No, Cliff, that's enough with the fruit.
So beautiful. I love it.
Steve, I need you. Remember we talked? You need to talk to him about.
Well, I've never spoken to you today at all, sir.
All right, Cliff, your ass is fired. You get out of my office. Can somebody collect Steve Keim's stuff from his office? You both are fired. I've had enough of this nonsense. You know, this was going to be, this was all going to go very differently. I apologize, Cliff Kingsbury. That's enough. That's enough. I've had it. You are fired. You're fired.
Damn it.
Anyone else comes through that door is fired too.
Do you see the fireplace in my house?
Well,
it's like 3 fireplaces in one fireplace.
That might have impressed a lot of other people, but I own the team.
fireplace. I thought it was a urinal.
Why are you still here? You
What?
are fired. Cliff, you're fired. Everybody's fired but me because I own the place.
Now,
So
wait a minute, Mike. Let's have a drink and talk about this.
somebody get a spatula because we need to go ahead and get him out of my office. Get the hell out. So there you go. Kingsbury, one last thing. I'll give you an extra $10,000 going out the door. Just take Steve with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I expected that.
All right. There you go. That's how that whole thing should go down. First,
That's how Baller does it, huh?
well, he'll try to get Kime to fire Kingsbury. And as soon as Kingsbury would be gone, he'd turn and say, now you're next. And they make him do the dirty work and then fire him. But you're right. In that situation, Bidwell's just going to have to fire them both. I don't think he'll have the patience to play that longer game. So
I am not as familiar with Bidwell as an owner. Is he?
He's pretty good.
He's good. Okay.
His dad was one of the coolest guys, but also one of the biggest tightwads. What I mean was he was a tightwad when it came to the team and putting a good team on the field. There was a lot of years, and I don't know if it was that way in St. Louis. I imagine it was, but there was a lot of years where this team didn't have anybody worth a damn on. And that was squarely on his shoulders. But the one thing that was cool was he was ahead of the curve in equality and giving women jobs and African Americans jobs and Hispanics and all. I'll tell you what, this guy, that alone is enough where I'm like, okay, I'm cool with him. Bad teams, and here's the thing: he did all that stuff, and you didn't hear about it. He didn't like announce. It's like Charles Barkley and how he would give to charities. Bill Bidwell would do amazing things for the community, for African Americans, for people of all ethnic groups and all sex, male and female. And you wouldn't hear that. All we knew as I was growing up was, oh my God, he's the worst owner in football. This team is atrocious. And so you have to balance those two things out. Now,
Right.
Randy, you were a grown up for more of this than I was.
Mhm.
Was my assessment of Bill Bidwell pretty straightforward?
Mr. Bidwell Senior was a very quiet man. He went about his business, but you're right, he was ahead of the curve as far as diversity goes. Now, on the other hand, he did try to assemble a team that was somewhat fun. He did bring in some players from time to time and thought that they should be better than they were. The problem was he just couldn't get any quality coaching to help him out. Now, Michael Bidwell is a bit different. And I think Michael Bidwell won't make Steve Keim do the dirty work because Michael Bidwell is although a gracious man, he is a straightforward kind of guy. Former U.S. attorney. I think he will bring it in. He will present the facts, and he will say, "Look, this is why we've got to make a move."
Oh yeah, no doubt. Of course he will do that. I'm just saying he should make Keim fire Kingsbury and then fight. That's how a baller does. But you're right, Steve Bidwell's a very nice guy. He has put up with Keim far longer than you would ever imagine.
Well, and he's a loyal man, and Mr. Bidwell was a very loyal man as well, and that's where he gets it from. He gets it from his dad. So the bottom line is, I think if this season goes awry, and the Cardinals do not perform up to their potential, I have a feeling Michael Bidwell will make quick work of that front office. Steve Keim has run out of opportunities, and I think Chris Kringle will have to go too.
Intern to the main event says, my ex-mother-in-law worked for the Cardinal front office in St. Louis. So then I guess you're just going to verify that was absolutely 100% correct what just happened there. So, yeah. Billy from Phoenix says, love you, Randy, cracking my ass off over here. Chief Skulls Burner says, that role play was awful except for Randy. Spot on as usual, Randy. Jeffrey and Keon need to take a page from the great Randy White.
Thank you.
I mean, I just don't know how to be Cliff Kingsbury. He has zero personality outside of wear skinny jeans and practice.
Oh, zero personality. Well, you could just choose anybody from 98.7 to emulate. And that would have probably just got it done right there. I don't know.
I haven't listened to them. So I have no idea.
Fed Fan says, sorry, Jeffrey, but the history of tennis scoring goes back to Victorian times and would take too long to explain. And yes, I like Jeffrey just as much as he likes me. See, we have a mutual respect. We just like to play with each other. And sometimes we play with each other a little hard. Yeah, that sounds wrong.
Phrasing.
Yeah, phrasing. Good Cat says that was literally the best impersonation of Steve Drunky Kime I've ever heard. Boogie says, does Bob Schmeldoff live in a band down by the river? No, not Bob Schmeldoff. He lives in a penthouse in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
that's what he tells us anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. Jagdog says Rattlers ravage the Ass Pirates 56-43.
I think it's Mass Pirates.
That's what I said. I don't know why you keep bringing that up. That's
keep
exactly what I
dropping the
said.
M.
I don't believe that is correct. I think that you just maybe did get a little. Have you seen that
ad?
ad where they've got that little thing that you stick in your ear to pull out like seaweed?
Uh-huh.
By the way, who the hell's getting seaweed in their ears? Have you seen that ad? It's on the social media. It's like little weird squirrely thing. It's like metal, metal thing that looks like it's swirled up, and you stick it in your ear, and you're supposed to pull out like 5 pounds of earwax.
Huh.
And the first part, though, in that little commercial, you see that go in. And I bleep you not, it pulled out some seaweed.
Oh boy,
were they acting and it pulled out seaweed? Was like just literally.
What
you'll never believe what gets lodged in your ears.
They didn't even explain it. Like, was that Aquaman? What the hell's going on here?
I was going to say, is this the staff of Baywatch?
I don't know.
How are they pulling the seaweed out?
Has anybody out there ever gone home and been like, "What the hell? Oh, yeah, got a little seaweed in my ear."
No.
Maybe it was spinach. I don't know what was going on there, but it was very disturbing to see. I'm sure you've seen this social media ad. Am I the only person who's seen
I believe
this?
you are.
Well, now that you've mentioned it, we will now
At
all
least
see it.
Out of the three of us,
All right, I'm going to
you're
find
the
it.
only one.
I'm going to find it and I'll post it. By the
All
way, this might be a good moment for us to give our Twitter addresses.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Keon, you're the new guy. What's yours?
At Sports Cloud.
At Sports Cloud.
Named after my defunct blog.
See,
of the same
you
name.
have to undefunk it because, or delete it and stop telling people to look for this.
Well, I'm trying to bring it back in podcast form, but I haven't started.
Podcast? That's not a blog. That's a podcast.
Well, yeah, but it's just going to be called Sports Cloud.
Isn't doing 3 hours of this show enough?
Clearly not.
Wow. I was going to say we could let him write and put stuff up on the 1580fanatic.com. But
there you go.
Yeah, I got a podcast.
I mean, I can do that too. Listen,
No,
I
you
have
can't.
many talents.
You can't. You got to choose. Because I'm just like that. So that's at Sports Cloud for Keon. Randy is
at Radio Randy 777 or at the Race Setup, all one word, at the Race Setup.
There you go. And I'm at Radio Pal 1580. And, a lot of times I'll post stuff up that I forget to talk about on the show. So I always try to find kind of neat stuff. But I'm going to go find that earwax ad. By God, you're going to see what I'm talking about. If I had to see it, I think everybody needs to see it.
I'd rather not.
Well, it doesn't matter what you rather. You're going to see it. It ain't 6 o'clock yet. You're going to see it. That's all I got to say. Let's come on back and talk some NFL football. And remember, you're still listening for your cue to call in and win 4 ASU tickets for Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. plus a parking pass. And of course, if you say, "Ooh, I only need 2 tickets," somebody else can have the other pair. Bam! We're going to make 2 people happy. We're going to make as many people happy as we can. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
It's time again for the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Pickup Contest.
Send your picks each week.
To see if you are this year's Cascade picker. Sign up at 1580thefanatic.com.
Play against the Fanatic Air Staff and all the listeners.
You can score the grand prize of $1,580 or the second place prize of $500.
Provided by our friends at Harman Solar.
Sign up today at 1580thefanatic.com.
The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest.
Exclusively from your home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56 in Arizona.
The Labor Day savings inside the Home Depot means something different once you're back out there doing. For example, in here, it's a wide selection of top-rated appliances. But out there, it's your home running like a well-oiled machine. Order in-store, online, or in the Home Depot app and get free delivery and flexible installation. So you save money and time. Right now, you can save big on a new LG wash tower at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid through September 15th, 2021. U.S. only while supplies last. See store for details.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Are you seeing what is going on in the home buying market right now? Unbelievable. Not enough inventory, and there is a ton of demand. Some of these homes are getting 30, 40, 50 offers on them. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other buyers who are in line? I have a way. Use the London Mortgage Team. London Mortgage Team is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience right here in the Valley. They have a great reputation, and it is a trustworthy pre-approval. And on top of that, they are quick. That's one of the things. You got to come equipped and be ready to buy. So what you need to do is make that first phone call to 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Get that pre-approval going and then get yourself ready to go buy that home of your dreams. Go online, lundmortgageteam.com, or call 623-875-9940.
Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind community is disproportionately unemployed. Those of us that do have jobs are typically underemployed, and that should be, for all of us, unacceptable, especially when you consider we tend to be more productive and continually rate high for quantity and quality of work. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org, sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
If you're not spending every waking moment checking us out online,
Oh, you better have a good excuse.
yeah, we've loaded up our website with the stories, pics, video, podcast, commentary, and more. The kind of stuff you love.
Hey, it takes a lot of time to post all this junk.
And you'll love every bit of it.
Very well.
Or at least most of it.
It appears that the website has become alive.
Hit it now.
It's on the internet.
1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Wow, we got a lot of sports going on this weekend. Tons and tons of stuff. Tonight we got your AIA football game of the week. That's right, Maryville versus Trevor Brown at 7 p.m. Tomorrow we got Notre Dame versus Toledo. That broadcast starts at 11 a.m. Then, of course, you got the NASCAR race in Richmond. That starts at 3 p.m. We got your Sunday night football NFL. It is Bears at Rams at 4:30. Then on Monday night football, you got the Ravens and the Raiders at 4:30 p.m. All that and more right here on 1580 The Fanatic. And Boomer Sooner has a question. He says, hey, well, how long do I have to wait till I win again? Well, that would be 30 days. So if you've won anything from the radio station within 30 days, then no, you probably shouldn't be trying to call in and win. That's not right. We call people like that prize whores, and we don't want no prize whores around here.
Is that what we call them?
We do. It's not just this radio station. I'm the only one honest enough to tell you to your face, you're a prize whore. You know, and I don't blame you. Listen, if you can ever get anything for free in this world, if you can ever get in there and win a contest, by God, hats off, absolutely. But there are some rules. So yeah, Boomer Sooner, 30 days, my friend. 888-368-1580. Mr. Pringle says, Randy, if you want to feel better tomorrow morning, read the newspaper sports section upside down, and then check the National League West standings.
Yeah.
It's
bad. I can't even, but I am looking forward to baseball playoffs. This time of year is always so fun. The NFL is starting up. The MLB is racing towards the playoffs. Everything's starting to get tight and get, kind of chirpy between teams.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to see some really, really fun baseball. So this is a great time of year for me.
Yeah, this is the time of year that most people jump in on baseball.
Oh, yeah.
This is the time where it's like, okay, every game matters. Everything matters right now. And you start to get glimpses and you start to get an idea of what you're going to be dealing with here in the postseason. And no, Boomer Sooner, I'm not calling you a prize whore. I just said people who constantly are trying to win the prizes. Those people are just a tip. Says Keon, nice clip of Vita Vea there. I'm not stalking you. I'm looking for chinks in your armor so the fourth dimension can treat you as they have every other third host. Besides, hey, as the fourth dimension, well, they get up on their horse. It's going to be like Vita Vea getting up on you. Peace.
Well, all right then. Wow. I studious. I got to give you that.
You had Vita Vea on your show?
Well, no. I posted a clip of Vita Vea, the play where he basically pushes the Cowboy center into the lap of Dak Prescott because he's just that strong. That was a play that stood out for me.
Yeah, I remember that too. And now you're like, oh dear God, please don't hurt that man. And just realizing All he had to do at that weight was lean into you. He didn't even have to run. I mean, he was chugging his legs along pretty good as he was trying to get through that lineman. But at some point, if he just leans over, he kills everyone in his path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a guy that at the combine, he set the record for number of reps that a lineman took. So he's a strong guy.
Yeah, that is a hell of a player right there. 888-368-1580. Big George, some of these are jokes, okay? I didn't mean everybody, all right? But I know what you're talking about. King of Kittens says, okay, so a follow-up. Beer me, please, Randy. Okay, we can take care of that little piece of business right there. He says, so earlier this summer, I told a story about a crazy ex-girlfriend. She slowly drove her car into my garage door, denting and damaging the metal. I got an estimate finally for the replacement. Randy, I need a double crown on the rocks now, please, because
wow, okay.
$2,500. Yes, $2,500. Breathe, my pasty friend.
Breathe deep.
But is that how much garage doors cost?
They are extraordinarily expensive.
That doesn't seem right.
I mean, it's just aluminum, man.
Yeah.
And they have and if the door is insulated or it has glass panels in it, even if it's plastic, oh my God, yeah, they get you coming and going on the garage doors.
What, your insurance didn't cover that, huh, King Kittens? Or maybe you could sue her. That's I think that's a small claims amount right there. I'd take her ass to court. That's what I would do. But yeah, unless you really feel like you had it coming, you dog. Ukla the Mock says, sorry, Randy, can't get into the whole baseball thing. It's okay in person, but
yeah,
not really into the game.
Who's that? Who's that texter?
Ukla the Mock.
It's okay, Ukla. Yeah, you can watch it on TV. It's just as fun, except when Joe Buck's calling it. Then just turn the damn sound off.
Boy, I tell you what, now that I've realized how fun watching some sports with Spanish language is, even if I don't know what they're saying, Thursday night football, Espanol, because I don't ever want to listen to him again.
That's fun.
King of Kitten says it's because of the supply line issues. Garage doors have doubled in price the last year.
Oh my God.
I'm tired of big garage door holding us all down.
You got to give it to the man.
When I run for office, that'll be my platform. I'm taking down big garage door if it's the last thing I do.
I see.
Vote for me, and I'll make sure big garage door gets regulated, and we can have affordable garage doors all across the land.
Yes.
When you hit your button and your garage door goes up, you'll remember me, Jeffrey O'Brien, because I made sure that garage door didn't cost you any more than $83.
Man of the people.
Damn straight. Emperor Jeffrey O'Brien has spoken.
And I'm Jeffrey O'Brien's right-hand man, and I approve this message.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Moist One says, Randy, become a Mariner fan for the rest of the year. That'll be fun for you.
Boy, they're sure making it fun, aren't they? They're playing hard baseball. They're right behind Houston, and they're kind of tied in this race with the Oakland Athletics. Should be a lot of fun to watch this play out.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, Moist One has a really good line here. For him, it's not dirty either. He says, being a Washington fan, Keon, I'm sure that sports cloud is full of many tears.
How did you know? How could you have guessed that my life would be full of tears? Would it be that my basketball team never wins anything, even when they make it to the playoffs? I haven't seen an NBA Finals since 20 years before I was born. Oh, or maybe it's because my football team has now won a Super Bowl in forever. Or maybe they're one of 3 teams in the NFC East to not go to an NFC title game in my entire life. How about that? Maybe we could just start there.
Wow.
I'm not bitter about this at all.
No, you can't. Yeah, he seems
there's no tears involved in that team and loving that city and all of their various sports franchises, not even remotely.
Yeah, Moist One, I think you've made a friend for life. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, could you schedule me in for a next Thursday 3 p.m. appointment to fix my garage door? Much appreciated, Boomer Sooner. La Furia Roja says, the best is watching Andes Cantor, but only in football. What the hell is he talking about?
Must be a soccer player.
I think he's listening to the podcast from yesterday.
Could be.
That's all I can figure out.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Possibly.
Big George says, I am Jeffrey's Attorney General, and I approve of the Americans for Garage Door Reform Act. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's important. King Kitten says, and cameras are being investigated for my Fortress of Solitude. Well, yeah, obviously you got to get the cameras. Everybody should have cameras outside their house. Seriously, you should all have cameras outside your house. Unless you're up to no good. Don't put cameras. Then that's a stupid thing.
You put the cameras outside the house for what reason? To watch the porch pirates steal your stuff? How's that going to help you?
Well, because you get their face and maybe you call the cops and say, look, here's the dirtbag that took it. Now you got, I mean, you can catch them.
I mean, I understand the philosophy, but good night. You see them all the time. Yeah. Oh, on the news, they have it on the these two porch pirates caught on video. Police are still searching for the suspect. You got a picture of this guy. Come on.
Yeah, listen, you got to also make sure you click the HD button. So it's not all, you know what I mean? Some of you are like, well, I'm going to save space on my little SD drive here.
It's the one place you do not want to save space.
I want to have like a trained rattlesnake on my porch. And listen, and when the rattlesnake is on guard, and only I know the safe word, and nobody else, the rattlesnake will get you. Don't come up there. Rattlesnake will get you.
How about that motion sensor that makes like a little thing go to make it sound like a rattlesnake, and they look over and have a fake snake there, scare the crap out of them.
Yeah.
The UPS driver will throw the package down, so you'll be fine there. You might get some things broken, but still, nobody's going to steal that thing. Somebody comes up on your porch to grab the package. Whoa. Huh?
Clever.
That could work.
Oh, hey, that sounds like an invention. That invention idea is copyright Jeffrey O'Brien 2021. Do not take my idea or I'll sue your ass. How's that? Hey, by the way, when I become emperor, there might be something else I need to take care of.
No, what's that?
Well, the DirecTV is losing the NFL Sunday ticket.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not making a decree right now.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just, we're discussing.
Thought you were going to make it a big decree here.
No, we're discussing. But so here's the deal. I've been annoyed with how much the Sunday ticket is for a long time. Now, I have paid it in the past. Then I learned the trick where you threaten to leave DirecTV, and they're like, whoa, don't go, we'll give you Sunday ticket. I know you will. And then I stay. And I've gotten so brash about it. When I called up this year, I'm like, hey, this is the call where I tell you I'm leaving and you give me Sunday ticket. And they're like, no, it isn't. I'm like, oh, yes, it is. And so they found a way to make it happen. And so I'm happy again. Well, now, they're not going to do it anymore after this. And Amazon has now stepped up and said, we have serious interest in doing this. So part of me is like, yes, I have Amazon. That's awesome. And then I realize, no, they're going to charge for it. They are going to charge for it as well. So now I can't threaten to leave Amazon and get out of paying for the Sunday ticket. Now I literally am going to have to pay for it.
Right.
And the other question is, I wonder what they're going to charge. What are they going to charge for it? Is it going to be more than what DirecTV was going to do?
Probably.
DirecTV, it got to like what, 275, 280 or something like that?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think it'll be that expensive. I mean, I
don't know. We don't know, do we? We have 0% idea on how this will work if Amazon takes over. So you're saying, yay, and then they come out and say $400 a year. I'm leaving Amazon. Go, we don't care. Oh, geez. Now what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I know they're trying to beat Netflix, and so they just need human eyeballs watching their content. And so, they've got the live sports. That's what they are going to pitch. So I imagine that they would make it affordable-ish.
You'd have to. I guess you don't have to, because all of us idiots out here who pay for it anyway, they'll probably like, ooh, they're not going to spend $2 to $2.5 billion a year, to get this, because that's what Amazon would have to pay the NFL. I mean, they'll have to pay them $1 billion annually for that. So, I mean, this is going to be expensive. I really am afraid of this. This might be the last year I get to have Sunday ticket.
Could be.
I hope that I hope it's like Amazon Prime, which if you have that anyway, then you've already, that's $100.
You get it for free,
and then you maybe a small fee after that if you already have Prime.
Oh, Keon. Oh, sweet Keon.
I am hoping and grasping at straws. Let me grasp at straws.
You grasp that straw. You grasp, because that's what I want to have happen. But the reality is, if you look at how they put out those movies, those early access movies, you're like, oh, yeah. Holy God, the prices that they charge, like sometimes $40, $50. And they're saying, you're going to want to bring some people over. You're going to, because
split this.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense unless you've got 10 people sitting in your living room watching this first run movie. And it's like, hey, listen, I don't care about Scarlett Johansson so much. I don't need to pay that much money to see some movie I wouldn't have watched anyway. No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, Free Guy looks pretty good, but I ain't paying that for that either. So, yeah, I am worried. I'm worried about what it's going to cost in the future. Somebody's got to tell me who's going to charge the least, and then I'm going to root for them to get the Sunday ticket away from DirecTV.
Well, Amazon's going to have to cover their cost for it that they're going to incur to have NFL exclusive stuff on their brand, right?
Yeah, and I wonder if that ends up being they'll start charging more for Amazon Prime.
Oh no.
Period.
Could be.
To everybody. So if they do that, and they spread the cost even amongst people who aren't watching, I'm okay with that.
And then you get to watch commercials on top of it. It's not like it's exclusive on commercial content. That's
a good point.
They're triple dipping by they're using commercials, and they're getting all sorts of sponsorship. It's oh my god, they're making hand and foot. They're making
not so
money
fast.
hand over foot.
Not so fast, because if they're just having the feed of the broadcast, the local broadcast or whatever, or wherever, whatever game is being produced, a lot of those commercials are not national commercials. A lot of those commercials sometimes could even be local in nature. Or do they cover every single one with their own?
Well,
if that's the case, Randy, then yeah, they shouldn't be charging us very much. And hell, DirecTV can rot in hell for charging us as much as they did for all those years. They're making money off the advertising too.
Oh, listen, they're all making money off advertising. They have so many local avails every hour. They have their local commercials. You can tell which commercials are the local ones.
Colts fan Dan says, Jeffrey, just pay for your Sunday ticket. Make Jeff Bezos even richer. Listen, you
want to.
Listen, I'd like to see him getting his dick size rocket there, shaped rocket there, and just fly away and don't come back. Because unless the Sunday ticket's free, and then I'll be like,
this is purely selfish and for football reasons.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of Jeff Bezos as a person.
No,
but if the football's affordable, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll get a Jeff Bezos tattoo. Last Optimist says NFL replay is 100. Again, stop. I don't want red zone. I don't want replay. All I want is the ability to go watch the games I want to watch. And a lot of that is the fact that you can't ever get a Colts game on, right? But I like to be able to go and look at the best game no matter what. I like to have it all up there on a screen. It's just something my wife and we always do. And I want to watch the NFL John Madden style, the way he does in his house, but he gets direct feed from the game. So he didn't have to watch commercials. He gets to watch the actual direct feeds. That dude is a baller. So, I don't want the replay. Don't want the red zones. Don't want it. Augie says, come on, guys. It's called a hacked Amazon stick. I'm listening.
Go on.
Moist One says red tube is free. Why is that? Probably something dirty.
That's definitely dirty.
Yeah.
Just 100%. Don't even worry about it.
King of Kitten says $400 or $500 a year. How much is the season ticket for your team? I understand it's apples and oranges, but some will pay, some won't. It'll balance out eventually, especially if they leverage the Prime customers. The commercials are national now, but in time, plenty of local money is going to flow on that.
Yeah, it already happens on YouTube TV. They have their local avails, and they have their commercials like you see on YouTube when you're on your computer, and then they have the national slots. So come on, man.
Yeah, they don't need to make us pay so much.
They don't, and yet they do.
Good Cat says, Jeffrey, you have my vote for Emperor if you get rid of the Ohio State suck eyes, the Steelers, the Dodgers, and the suck ass old men Lakers. I need to talk to my Attorney General, Big George, and find out, can I even do? Okay, of course I can. Right, yeah, of course I can. I'm the damn emperor.
Yeah, I just think you wouldn't want to do that because you need those teams to hate them.
You go rolling in there and you just make some decisions. Let it be said, let it be done, let it be written. Bang, it's over.
There's just one team that I'll get rid of. The team. It's the Yankees. The Yankees will fall. The Yankees will cease to exist when I become emperor. And the Dodgers, you better not just stay out of my line of sight.
Ice, Jack.
Yeah, annoying right now. I don't hate you, but you are annoying. Just Tip says, I work in Big Box Home Improvement Center in the Pro Services Department. We have stock. It's the media pushing the shortage of material or product.
Right.
I don't understand what you said.
Sure is. We're talking about garage doors being so expensive.
Oh.
They're made out of aluminum, for God's sake.
Oh,
and
sorry.
They're just, hey, the media's behind everything.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Aren't we the okay?
We're not the media. No, not us.
No.
We are not. Definitely not the media.
We're part of the solution, Keon.
True.
Bruno Baller says, Keon, didn't you get to see the Nationals and Capitals win championships?
I did. And
So stop crying.
I mean,
Cry, baby.
and listen,
Cry, baby, gonna cry.
my most important team to me is the Washington football team. And I think I will die before they win a Super Bowl. So yeah.
That's the spirit. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We have, a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do that we didn't do just sitting here on the counter, but at least we'll do on this day in Big Georgia sports history. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Are you looking for a rewarding new career? Join the United States Postal Service and apply for roles nationwide. Serve your community with pride and receive benefits, including competitive pay and opportunities for advancement. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or seasonal positions, we have options that may be perfect for you. The United States Postal Service is an equal opportunity employer. Apply now at USPS.com/careers.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. You know, like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
Football is starting soon, and your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56. The Fanatic wants to make your business a part of the action. Advertise your business on all the primetime NFL games, Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during the regular season.
Here's the game plan.
Your custom-produced radio commercial will air 2, even 3 times in every game. Plus, your business is branded during dozens of weekly NFL promos on the station, stream, app, and website. And you'll get commercial reads live during our morning and afternoon drive shows each week promoting your business.
Don't forget about special teams.
Your business gets 5 extra daily spots throughout the week and matching spots on our live stream website and on the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. Plus, you can play defense against your competition and lock them out with our category exclusive option play. All this for the best deal ever. Now, even your small business can play with the pros. Go to 1580thefanatic.com for all the info and details. Is your business ready for football season? Go to 1580thefanatic.com and get in the game today.
The 2021 football season is underway, and the Sun Devils have big expectations for an exciting year. You won't want to miss a minute of the action, and the Sun Devils want to see the House of Heat rocking for every home game. Join us Saturday, September 11th for a showdown with the UNLV Rebels in Tempe. Let's see Sun Devil Nation back in full force this season. Season tickets and mini plans are still available, so secure your seats today at sundeviltickets.com. That's sundeviltickets.com.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Daily Blender and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of the show may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Jeffrey O'Brien's mom.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. We're just about 16 minutes away from another episode of The Race Setup with Randy White. And then after that, we got AIA football, Maryville versus Trevor Brown, 7 p.m. here on 1580, The Fanatic.
It's a legendary battle between two titans of the West Side, Maryvale and Trevor G. Brown. Trevor G. Brown, of course, will be victorious this evening because I am an alumni of the Trevor G. Brown Fighting Bruins.
That's all you need right there. That's it. The fact that Randy White went there, it should mean state championship all the way.
I don't know why it doesn't, but hey,
Whether
We'll
it
start
does or doesn't matter. Take the credit for it and make the prediction. Trevor
There we go.
Brown is going to win state in 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A,
All of
and
them.
6A.
All the
That's
A's.
right. They're going to win the entire state, every level, every division,
Nationally ranked.
That's right. Nationally, they will take the top spot
Of course.
in these United States of America. And if any team outside of the United States of these Americas even try to stand up to Maryville, it's over.
Not Maryville. Trevor G. Brown.
Trevor G. Brown. Sure,
Maryville.
whatever. I was on a roll, Randy. Why you?
You said Maryville. I had to help you.
You know what? I have no idea. School. I don't.
Trevor G. Brown.
Yeah, but if you say so, I believe you.
I went there. Trevor G. Brown.
Did you graduate?
Class of 80.
You graduate. Okay. Big George says, listen, we don't want Jeff Bezos to control NFL Sunday Ticket. He's already a rotten person. If he controls football too, America as we know it is doomed. Wow.
Is it though?
I wonder if they were designing his dick-shaped rocket that he went up in. If he was like, yeah, I want you guys to make a rocket that just screams me. And they're like, oh, we've got you. We got you. Fed fan says, and I don't, are you really meaning what conversation? What she says, also get to know your police community officer. What were you talking about?
I don't recall that.
She says, I got a drug house busted in my neighborhood because I was sick of seeing meth heads down the street. I emailed the Phoenix police and they busted the house. Be diligent in what's going on in your neighborhood.
I guess we were talking about the porch thieves.
Oh, because I was saying get some cameras. Okay.
Yeah.
Get to know your community police officer?
I could not figure out the hell she was talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to know the police officers that well in my neighborhood. I'll move before I have to get to know the police officers in my neighborhood. Because if I'm at a point in a neighborhood where I'm like, I really need to know that police community officer, that I should move the hell away. Because that means this is now a bad neighborhood. Am I wrong?
It's possible.
I live in county land. So I don't have a.
Oh, you need the MCSO. That's what you got to get to know the sheriff's department.
Community police officer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What,
and out here in the Wild West,
what county are you in?
A lot of times we take the law into our own hands.
Yeah, you don't need to know any police either. No, it's like the old Stephen Wright joke. They come to the door and say, "Hey, do you have any weapons?" Randy be like, "What do you need?" Yeah. Fed fan says, I was a Cadillac Spartan. We lost Trevor Brown quite often. Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
Swave Dave says Amazon might be like sports books and drug dealers. To get you in, they'll give it to you cheap. Now you're hooked, and then it's in there.
Don't they already do that? Because the Thursday Night Football that they've simulcasted is free.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got Prime, and I already use it, and I'm already used to it.
Now I'm gonna pass on. If it's on broadcast TV, I'm going to watch it on the broadcast TV, and if I have to watch it, here's what I worry about right now through DirecTV. It's a pretty direct signal, meaning you're not sitting there on a giant delay. So as I'm sitting there with my fantasy football app, I don't want fantasy football app to show me a play that had just happened before I get to see it with my eyes. And when it's on the Amazon Prime, I worry there is a delay. I worry that over the internet, there's going to be a more substantial delay, and then I won't be able to look at my phone because I hate spoilers. I don't want to know from my fantasy football app that somebody got a touchdown. I want to see it happen first. So the delay is a realistic concern, I think. Unless somebody can tell me that they've done something where there is none, and I don't believe you.
So can you help me understand why the delay is a big deal?
Well, I don't like spoilers. I don't want to. I want to see. I don't like spoilers in television, movies, or sports.
Yeah, but when it comes to fantasy football, what difference does it make if if there's a delay on your TV or you see it on the sports app first?
Well, because all of a sudden it pops up on my thing that somebody got a touchdown, and I'm like, there's no point in me watching the next play.
Oh,
Damn it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't like the spoilers. That's one thing. And okay, if that's what it is, where I can watch all those games, if I have to put the phone down, I am capable of doing that, unlike most of you people. And when I say you people, I mean everybody who has a cell phone. You know how nobody can put their phone down, I think, but me sometimes. I feel like I can put it down. It can make all the noise in the world. I'll be like, don't care. And people are like, don't you want to check it? No, I really don't. But what about the thing? I don't care. It's making noise. I don't care. Can anyone else out there do that?
if I have to, but I just normally don't have to. So it doesn't happen.
Randy, can you do that?
Yes.
No, I know you can. No, actually, that's true. There's times I try to get a hold of you. I can't get a hold of you.
Case in point.
Right. So everybody else, no, you can't do it. You know it. And just accept it. You're not that person. So anyways, I just hope there's not a big latency delay when it comes to,
I get you,
whether it's Amazon, Disney, or whoever else. I mean, there's probably another player at the table, and that'd be ESPN Plus, trying to get that on their site. They do live sports through there too. I don't know what the delay is on that. Somebody else who can compare those things would tell me. Fed fan says, I'm with you, Jeffrey. I hate spoilers. Yeah, there's nothing worse to me. My wife, she doesn't mind knowing what the next episode is about. I'm like, I don't even want to watch the preview. I want to be surprised. I want to watch it fresh because they spoil so much in previews. They spoil the most of the movie in previews. I'm like, leave me out of the previews. Don't want to know. I'd like to be surprised. Something in my life needs to be unpredictable. And especially the football games I watch. I don't want to know what's going on before it happens.
That's fair.
Navy Brad says, have a super weekend, everybody. You too, buddy. Boomer Sooner says, great show this week, guys. Keep up the good work. Randy, looks like you're losing a bunch of weight. Keep it up there.
Thank you.
Sooner Blender Nation, good luck in the fantasy league. Jeffrey, hope our Sooner Blitz does some sorry Boomer Blitz.
Boomer
Peace
Sooner,
out.
Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner.
That man is drunk.
Sooner.
Boomer Sooner, by that text, already at least 3 boozes in, I think.
Easily.
Just the Tip says, Randy, looking forward to listening to the race setup. Maybe just once read a text on that show or squeeze Radio Ron for a live show.
Well, I'd love to. The problem is the Chief comes in at about 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday. And if he were to stay until 6 p.m. and
his
do a
mullet
full hour
goes flat.
show, he would
lose all
be,
body.
That'd be rough to do.
So,
but you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
He says, science says David Pearson's number 21 Purelator Mercury has to win eventually, like he did in 66, 68, 69.
Let me make this clear. The Purelator 21 no longer runs. It's a Ford 21, and it's driven by Matt DiBenedetto right now. David Pearson is no longer with us.
Augie says, if you become emperor, can we get rid of all the leprechaun football players that are below 5'2"? No. Moving very slowly over here. Baker's Cocky Hen says, the Ohio State is the team. Good luck destroying them. Maybe Jim Harbaugh can help. Oh, wait, he sucks. Loving this legal gambling, by the way. I'm up $80 without even depositing 1 cent yet. Wow. I've lost $0 because I just haven't done it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Screaming Eagle says, thank God it's Friday. What an exhausting week.
Yeah.
What a wonderful way to start the NFL season, though. Fantasy football rocks. Yeah, this dude is hooked. He's figured it out. He's gotten the education, and he's already having fun. Good for you, Screaming Eagle. I've got so many texts sitting here unread on the text line, but I got to go ahead and do this real fast. It's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1989, Deion Sanders, and perhaps his signature moment as a two-sport star, returned to punt 68 yards for a touchdown in his NFL debut with the Atlanta Falcons 5 days after hitting a home run in a game for the New York Yankees. Sanders, the only athlete to play in a World Series, which he did for the Braves, and a Super Bowl, which he did for the 49ers in 95 and the Cowboys in 96. Back to me, Jeffrey. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We'll never see anything like that again from him or Bo Jackson. You know, anytime it's a dual sport star, they pretty much are forced to choose one. It's just the economy of things, I guess. I mean,
and the toll it takes on the human body. I mean, come on.
There's also just not a lot of people built like Deion and built like Bo. Like those guys are just.
Well, Kyler Murray was drafted to baseball as well as to football.
Yeah, and like you have a lot of sport potential guys, but two guys to actually be able to physically take the wear and tear of I'm playing one sport and then I'm playing the other sport. Those guys don't come around very often.
King of Kenton says, oh my God, Jeffrey, there's nothing like watching a game on the phone and the score update appears before the play runs on the stream, especially when it's exciting into the game deciding play.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying it's a good thing to get spoiled? I don't want to get spoiled.
No, I think he's being there. I think there's some cynicism there.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes it doesn't come through in the text. Let's see. Big George says, have a great weekend. Go Arizona Cardinals. Go Indianapolis Colts. Sorry, Keon. Washington football team has no chance. But go everybody else. Bruno Baller says, what show Otani won't be playing linebacker for the Rams?
Unfortunately not. No.
Shohei Otani. Yeah.
Jeffrey, I can run her back in the 80s when I worked nights and I recorded on Monday Night Football and didn't want anybody working overnight to come in and tell me what the score was before I could watch it. How about that?
I remember those days.
Yep, we've all been there. Glendale Runner says 18 seconds of delay on the Jumbotron at Top Golf from TV and bar next door last night. So, okay. So which one of those was on the internet? Or are you just complaining about it? G Skulls Burner says Amazon's coming out with their own brand TVs in October. They'll make enough money that they can give NFL Ticket away if you have Amazon TV, capitalize on the ads, have their own software and Alexa built in for voice control. Yeah, they could. But will they? No. They're going to charge us out the ass for as long as they can to make as much money off as they can. Trust me. It's the way it works, man. It's the way it works. Against the Spread says, I have some advice. Beware of week one gamblers. Don't bust your bankroll early on unpredictable opening day action. Use money management and unit-based wagering system based on confidence and diversity of action. Be careful. Good luck. And bet on good coaching. Some good advice all wrapped up there against the Spread. Well, he waited till just right at the end of the show to help out with that.
Sure
didn't he?
did.
Yeah.
Sure did. Final
Smart
word.
man.
Yeah.
All right, listen, everybody, you got some choring to do tomorrow because you got some NFL to watch on Sunday. So everybody have yourself a great weekend. Be safe out there. Listen, it's fun to bet, but try not to bet the farm. All right, guys, we'll see you all back here happy and healthy on Monday at 2 p.m. Early show Monday. We'll see you then. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.